And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and thank you so much for tuning in on Cable 14. I'm Neil Sriwastawa with Jared Matthews. Our players have bring a beautiful game for baseball here. It's the Hamilton Cardinals taking on the Kitchener Panthers here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. Jared, of course, the Panthers and Cardinals are tied at 8-6 records as they head here, battle for fourth place this afternoon.
Absolutely, in for a good matchup, I think, here with the Panthers and the Cardinals. Cardinals perhaps looking to get a little bit of revenge on this Panthers team who's bested them twice already this season.
We'll take a quick pause here as the anthem singer Great job once again by our answer thinkers. We welcome you back here to Bernie Arbor Stadium. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. Jared Matthews along for the ride this afternoon as the Cardinals host the Panthers, which should be a great afternoon. And here to introduce the starting lineup for the Panthers is Jared Matthews.
All right, and so batting first, playing left field, we have Blake Jacklin. And for the Panthers now batting second, playing second base is Elliot Curtis. The shortstop batting third, Raul Gonzalez. At first, we got Liam Wilson. Batting fifth, we got the center fielder, Eric Manton. And the designated hitter, Stephen Whalen. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Marcel Lacasse. Junior Ibanya is the catcher for the Panthers. And batting last, the right fielder, Jet Jarvis.
Thank you so much, Jared. Jason Wilbur on the mound for the Cardinals this afternoon. The defense behind him. Danny Berg is in left field, Clayton Keys in center field, Tyler Duncan in right field who hit a pair of home runs last night in the Royal City. Lane Renault is at third base. Charlie Towers at shortstop. Osika is at second base, and Josh Niles at first. Of course, Luis Bernardo behind the plate, leading the charge for the Cardinals so far. 23 RBIs for the catcher so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a great season so far. I believe he's tied for the team lead in hits. With the center fielder, Clayton Keys. Both of them doing an excellent job getting this offense going. They've been a huge boost this season, much needed after last year. And speaking of runs scored, this Kitchener offense has been absolutely lethal so far this season.
They definitely have been lead the league with 140 runs scored, 28 home runs. A team batting average with runners in the scoring position of 312 so far. That is ridiculous as far as the Cardinals. In contrast, batting 271 as a team, 103 runs scored just for them, and I think only half a dozen or a dozen home runs. Just a half dozen, 6 home runs so far in the season for the Cardinals.
Yep, so as we mentioned, Jason Wilbur on the mound for the Cardinals this afternoon, making his 5th start of the season. So far, an ERA just over 6, and he's pitched 18 innings, giving up 12 earned runs over that stretch. 16 strikeouts as well to his name, so we'll see how he gets going here today.
Blake Jacklin will lead things off, and we're underway here at Bernie Arbor Stadium momentarily as Wilbur checks his signs in here once himself and just checks himself over, make sure that the jersey is nice and loose and ready to go.
Yep, beautiful afternoon here at the ballpark on this Father's Day. Let me be like the 20th person to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And happy Father's Day to your dad as well, who's, I know, watching somewhere and enjoying his son do what he loves so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right down the middle, son.
First pitch misses outside from Wilbur to Blake Jacklin. And we're underway here.
A little extra pepper on that. Let's go, Jay. Woo!
Jacklin, very high average so far this season, batting .354 as he smacks one over to the left side. Danny Berg moving into foul territory, and it's not going to be caught. It's going to be out of play.
Berg making a valiant effort there on that throw, but just on that fly ball, but just unfortunately ran out of gas, and it kept drifting more and more to his left.
Yeah, we've seen a couple nice catches so far this season from Danny Berg. Pretty good defensive player.
Clayton Keys and Tyler Duncan also capable of carrying lots of ground out there, so anything hit in the air has a chance to be pulled back in for sure this afternoon.
100%. Huge arms out there as well, so you got to be careful on the base pass, as we know Jacklin is a threat to steal if he gets on.
1-1 pitch misses low. It's now 2-1 on the count here. Panthers just doing what they do best, getting on base here and letting somebody else cash them in. That one misses low again, and the count is now 3-0. Of course, the umpires tonight, this afternoon here behind the plate is Chris Walters. Trevor Stoiko's at first, and Mike Kinnear is at third, rounding the umpire crew. Of course, Chris Walters is also the crew chief this afternoon, should we have contest or contested calls. And that one misses outside, and Jacklin takes the walk here to start the ball game.
Good patience there from Jacklin. Walters pitching him pretty far on the outside, just the one strike on the foul ball.
Elias Curtis back in the lineup after missing some action earlier the last couple of weeks due to an injury when he dove for a tag play at third base at Christie Pitts. Back in the lineup now. Wilbur's pitch is in there for a strike.
Jacklin doing a great job of getting on base this season. His on-base percentage close to .500. It's his team leading 12th walk of the year.
Panthers definitely getting it done. Just a lot of patience at the plate. They're working counts, working things in their favor so far. As Curtis takes a swing and a miss on that count, and Wilbur's ahead of the count at 0-2.
You see Lane Renault over there at third, creeping in on the grass, maybe anticipating a bunt here. Yeah, he's back a bit further now.
Infield at double play depth, looking to turn this one here to get Wilbur a couple of outs on the scoreboard. Swung on and missed. Curtis goes down on strikes, and Wilbur's got strikeout number 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, Wilbur really peppering the outside of that zone, making those Panthers batters reach to get contact. We'll see how he fares against the righty now here.
Raul Gonzalez, of course, a former IBL player of the month and a player of the week as well. Now will be the batter. Shortstop from Cuba, been on a tear of late.
Yeah, Gonzalez actually leads the IBL currently in hits with 26.
Throw over to first, and Jacklin back safely as we're just trying to keep him honest at first.
Yep, Josh Niles over there at first doing a good job keeping him honest.
We definitely have a Panthers contingent dressed in front of us to our right here. As Ovi, the super fan, is trying to get the hometown Cardinals fans going. They keep chiming in with Panthers at the end of it. As the count is 1-0 to Gonzalez here. Wilbur will pitch from the stretch here. Gets a sign he likes. The 1-0 pitch on its way momentarily. Throws over to first instead. Jacklin dives back in safely.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Jacklin itching to get to second base there.
Gonzalez, as you mentioned, 26 for 62 on the season, a .419 average. 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Runner goes on the pitch as Gonzalez fouls this one off to our right. Out of play. Even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Jacklin certainly a dangerous threat to steal. Leads the IBL with 9 stolen bases so far through 14 games.
Well, Bernardo loves to get a chance to get his pitcher an opportunity to get the out, and Bernardo's not afraid to throw somebody out at second base as we saw Friday night. Several attempts down there. And what a difference a good defensive catcher makes in this league.
100%. That's definitely an area where the Cardinals struggled a little bit last year. Also, in the pitching category, that doesn't help when you get wild pitches and stuff like that, but definitely settled things down, and he's a good presence behind the plate so far.
Gonzalez fouls that one away again. Now the count is 1-2 here, just one away Here on the top of the first inning, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much for joining us. As Jason Wilbur gets himself set in here once again on the hill. 1-2 pitch on its way momentarily. Strike three call. Gonzalez did not like it, but Wilbur gets the strikeout. He's having words with the plate umpire, Chris Walters, as he goes back to the dugout here with 2 away. Liam Wilson will be the batter now, the first baseman.
Yeah.
Huge part of this Panthers lineup. If he stays healthy, these Panthers are going to be deadly.
So
Wilson
Wilbur's
last year
starting
with
to
26 games. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I was just going to say, Wilbur's starting to reel things in here after the first walk to lead off the game. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Let's go, Cardinals!
Wilson last year with 26 games under his belt. Didn't qualify for the batting title, but definitely led the league with a .442 average last season.
There he goes!
Runner goes on the pitch. The throw from Bernardo is wide, and Jacklin will steal second base with ease. His 10th stolen base of the season. Bernardo just sailed that one. Unfortunately, the wrong side of the bag there, but they had Jacklin hung up if the throw was accurate.
Yeah, the throw looked on time. Yep, just a little bit wide to the left side there. Good job by the second baseman, Osika.
Has an 0-1 count to work with here with 2 away now. So Wilson's 17 for 52 on this season. 7 home runs, 20 RBIs already for the Panthers' first baseman. So he takes that one inside to even a count at 1-1.
Jacklin with a very aggressive secondary lead at second base. Wouldn't be surprised if he even took off for third on this at bat once we get 2 strikes possibly.
Well, you pretty much want to get yourself in position in this situation with 2 away to score easily on a base hit or something over hit that touches green barely out there. 1-1 pitch on its way to Wilbur momentarily here. Osika sneaks in behind there. As Wilson flares this one to right field, it's going to go out of play, foul. And the count is 1-2. A lot of dads with their children on hand there. And of course, on Father's Day, you definitely would expect to see a lot of dads taking their youngsters to the ballpark.
Yeah, certainly not a bad way to spend your Sunday afternoon. Some local IBL baseball, and you got 2 great teams in town today.
You definitely do. And this is, of course, when we were talking off the air beforehand, this is pretty much where we expected both of these teams to be. Right in the middle of things, right in the hunt for the postseason, looking for that 4th playoff spot and home field advantage in the opening round. 1-2 pitch from Wilbur is on its way. Misses just inside. It's 2-2 as Wilson tried to lean into that one and get a free pass.
Shaking it, let's go now. Shake it big, Jay, let's go.
Wilbur adjusts himself out there again, looks in for Bernardo for his sign. Toes the rubber once again. Bernardo flashing more signs down there. Nods in agreement. Wilbur's getting ready to hear pitch here. 2-2 pitch on its way. Fouled off Wilson's body here, and that'll go for a foul ball. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Yeah, Jacklin taking off, running there with 2 strikes. Going to have to head back to second after the foul ball.
Of course, you mentioned off the top the Panthers so far holding the season series record. 2 wins for the Panthers, none for the Cardinals this after. So far as Cardinals looking to at least get back into that season series. Of course, that is important should a tiebreaker happen between 2 teams here. That is the first tiebreaker, the head-to-head record. Nelson's line down the left field line, past Bernard. That's going to score Jacklin with easy. Liam Wilson's on his way. Horse to second base. The throw is going to be offline. It's going to be cut off here. Niles up with the throw across the diamond again as Wilson is going to third to be in there with a slide. And it'll be a double and an E7 on the throw that allowed Wilson to go to third. But it's 1-0 for the Panthers here in the first inning.
Yeah, it was good quick reaction there by the left fielder, Danny Berg, getting that ball in quickly. If that throw was a little bit more online, they might have had a chance to get Wilson at second, but unfortunately a bit of an overthrow and an error charge to Danny Berg.
Give Wilson the double and another RBI. 21 RBIs on the season now for Liam Wilson. And Eric Martin, the center fielder, will be the batter now.
It's been one area I think a little bit Cardinals have struggled in, the odd error here and there that have hurt them in key situations, and we'll see if that becomes a factor here today.
20th pitch for Wilbur is a strike. Or sorry, 19th pitch. His 20th pitch will be on his way momentarily here. As Eric Martin has got out to the bat now. He's been batting .400 this season, just 4 for 10. Filling in very well for Andy Leader, who's using her traditional standing fielder. This one's popped up down the left field line. Renault will make the catch, and the inning's over. Panthers 2 strike for a run. On a hit. There was one error by the Cardinals, and one man was left on base. We had the home half of the first inning. The Cardinals will bat after we come back from the break.
Looking for a bite to eat? Make sure you visit the new Cardinals concession stand operated by our friends at Sandy Lancaster. With all the ballpark classics, including Sean and Ed and Lager Show. While you're down there, take a stop at the all-new Cardinals merchandise kiosk for your summertime crafts.
All right, guys, let's get it going. Let's go Cardinals!
Let's go Cardinals!
Let's go Cardinals!
Let's go Cardinals! Let's go Cardinals! Let's go Cardinals! Hey, Maniac! Let's do a spelling bee! Give me a C! Give me an A! Give me an R! Give me a D! Give me an I! Give me an A! Give me an A! Give me an L! Give me an S! Let's go, Coach! You're gonna do it, buddy! Let's go, Chuck!
Welcome back to Hamilton. I'm Neil Sriwaswa, joined by Jarrett Matthews as we go through the home half of the first inning. The Cardinals got a little bit of work to do against the Kitchener Panthers. Jarrett Matthews will take you through the Cardinals' order here momentarily.
Yeah, here we go. Charlie Towers, the shortstop, leading things off. Back at the top of the lineup where he began the season. Batting second, the center fielder Clayton Keys. Playing right field, Tyler Duncan batting third. Batting fourth, the catcher Luis Bernardo, we mentioned, the hot hitter. Batting fifth, the returning first baseman Josh Niles. Batting sixth, left fielder Danny Berg. Batting seventh, the designated hitter Dennis DeBanning. And the batting eighth, the third baseman is Lane Renault, who caught that last out. And batting ninth is the second baseman Tristan Osika. On the mound, Christian Hawk, as we mentioned earlier.
The Laurier graduate, Hawk, definitely having a resurgence this season so far. Definitely pitching like he was pitching back in the OUA days here.
Yeah, 2.2 ERA so far in 3 starts, pitching 16 and a third innings with 16 strikeouts and just 4 earned runs in those appearances.
So count now is 2-1 to Charlie Towers, who leads things off here in the home half of the first. Panthers striking for 1 in the top half of the inning. 2-1 pitch on its way. Towers swings and misses on that one. It's now 2-2.
Towers batting just 174 so far this season. As I mentioned, we saw him at the top of the lineup to begin the season. Then it kind of flipped around, and he was batting in the 9th spot, and I thought had some success down there. I thought maybe they would keep him there, but perhaps a little bit of a change of plans. He's back at the top. We'll see how he fares today.
Well, it's Brian Rivera out of the lineup. That's probably why he's back at the top spot here as he swings and misses and goes down on strikes.
Yes, you're
to
right.
start inning 1 here.
Yeah, we saw Rivera make the start at shortstop the other night. I thought he did pretty well.
Center fielder, number 24, Clayton Keys.
Clayton Keys will be the batter. The center fielder has definitely been turning a lot of heads since making his debut this season for the Cardinals.
Certainly he's leading the a lot of offensive categories so far for the Cardinals. He's got 19 hits, 52 at-bats. Batting .365 so far this season. He has struck out a few too many times, but I think we'll see him start to settle in.
A ball misses outside to Keys, and the count is 1-0. Keys swings a half check swing on it, but point umpire Chris Walters said he went around and calls it strike one to even the count at 1-1.
Cardinals sporting their all-white uniforms. Panthers black on gray. Great curveball there from Hawk.
The count is now 1-2. Hawk likes to work quickly here, and I think if the Panthers or the Cardinals don't realize that, they're going to have to step out and just throw his timing off a little bit. 1-2 pitch on its way. Misses outside for a ball, and the count is even at 2-2.
Good take there from Keys. You're certainly right, Hawk. A quick worker on the mound.
That one's fouled away, and Keys stays alive at 2-2.
Keys leading the Cardinals so far this season with 9 extra base hits, 8 of those doubles, 1 triple. Or excuse me, 1 more actually with a home run as well.
2-2 pitch on its way momentarily from Hawk. And this is outside for a ball, and now it's a 3-2 count here to Keys. Anything close, he's going to try to get a piece of to stay alive, foul it away, put it in place somewhere. We'll see how he does against Hawk in this 3-2 pitch. That one misses outside for a ball. Ibarra tried to hold that when he shook his head as he let the ball go back to Hawk there, and Hawk's asking where that pitch was.
Yeah, Keys doing an excellent job of getting on base this season. That is 13th walk. He gets on base about 53% of the time, which is pretty impressive.
Got to bring up Tyler Duncan, who hit a pair of home runs last night in the Royal City as the Cardinals got the thumping they needed there, a 14-4 victory over the Guelph Royals last night at David E. Hastings Stadium.
Yep, when those 2 home runs gives him the team lead with 3. Not a ton of home runs hit so far this year by the Cardinals, but certainly have stepped it up over the last couple weeks.
They definitely have. I remember walking in here on one Friday night, they hadn't hit a home run. They hit 3 that game. As Duncan hits this one foul and out of the ballpark. And almost off somebody out there behind the left field fence out there.
Dinged a car in the front there.
I'm glad we didn't park there today. That's for sure. Count is 1-0 to Duncan here.
Yeah, Duncan showing off his power there. That a foul ball the opposite way, and it gets over the fence into the parking lot. So you can certainly tell that he has the juice to get it out of here in a hurry.
I'm just curious. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I'll have to ask Tyler Duncan one of these days where he likes to hit the home runs more. He's hit 3 at least, maybe 4 in Guelph so far in the last 2 seasons. I know he hit the big one last year as he hits a ground ball to the second baseman off the glove of Curtis. That's going to go into right field.
Great
and
read.
Keys will be in there.
Great read by Keys there. Never stopping, coming through second and making it to third.
Waiting for the official score on that one.
So that's going to be an error charge to the second baseman, Curtis. That one a fairly routine play for him, but unable to wrangle it in.
That'll go in the scorebook as an E4. Duncan, unfortunately, doesn't get credit, doesn't get the pad, the stats a little bit more here, but runners at first and third now with 1 away here for Luis Bernardo.
Yeah, they'll certainly take it any way they can get it against a team like Kitchener, who has beaten them pretty handily twice this season, as we mentioned earlier.
With runners in scoring position, Luis Bernardo is batting .469, 1 home run, 21 RBIs for Bernardo. So right man, right place. Hopefully once again here for the Cardinals. So he fouls this one away out of play.
He stayed right on that breaking ball, waiting for it.
And the count is 0-2. Bernardo will be followed by Josh Niles, who's waiting on deck here.
Some beautiful camera angles here today and every game, brought to you by Cable 14, doing an excellent job.
They definitely do. This one's blind to right field. That's going to be over the head of the right fielder. Backpedals, makes the catch. Jarvis with the catch. Keys will tag and score easily. Give Bernardo RBI number 24 on the sacrifice fly to the right fielder.
Yeah, he's got over double anybody else's RBIs on the Cardinals roster, and you can see why they're hitting it deep and getting the job done, cashing in Keys to tie the game at 1.
Duncan had to stay put at first on the play here, but Josh Niles will now bat with 2 away and a runner at first.
Yeah, smart play there by Tyler Duncan to go about halfway. If that ball gets over, he might have a chance to score, but at least get to third base.
First pitch to Niles is called a strike by the plate umpire Chris Walters.
Yeah, that one looked pretty far outside, but caught the zone according to Walters.
Hawk at 18 pitches at this point already as he throws over to first to keep Duncan honest at first.
Yeah, Duncan 3 stolen bases so far this season. Cardinals don't really have one guy that steals all the bases like the Panthers and Jacqueline, but a little bit of just sharing the wealth around. 4 guys with 3 stolen bases, so you never know when he's going to take off.
There on that one. And that's probably the best thing you can do in this league is put the pressure on the defense there, make the pitchers keep you honest at first, and make the catchers do some work behind the plate. That one misses inside. It's 2-1.
Yeah, 100%. You see that a lot from the Welland Jackfish. Just absolutely menaces on the base paths and force a lot of errors and able to score a lot of runs just by doing that.
Well, I think that's the key reasons why both the Panthers brought in Junior Rivera, and of course the Cardinals brought in Luis Bernardo, just somebody that knows how to play behind the plate here and is not afraid to throw runners out or has the ability to throw runners out. If you can cut down the runs, the stolen base attempts, you're definitely doing half the battle there. As that one's fouled away, and the count is 2-2 to Josh Niles.
Josh Niles batting .269 on the season. He's only played in 7 games so far, but doing fairly well for himself.
Hawk with the 2-2 pitch. Misses inside for a ball. It's now a full count to Niles. Now 7 for 26 on the season, .269 average, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs since rejoining the Cardinals a couple weeks ago. Great to have his bat back in the lineup for sure. See, Skies went high in the air here on the left side of the infield. Gonzalez calls for it. He'll make the catch, and the inning's over. Cardinals do strike for a run to tie the ball game at 1 apiece as we head to the top of the second inning here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. And welcome back, folks. As a live look in, happy Father's Day to all the dads watching around the world here. We're on Cable 14. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. That's Jarrett Matthews. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. As Emily's getting the crowd going as well.
Yeah, all the young fans getting excited for some T-shirts here. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. About 27 degrees, and you can see down there that they're having a blast.
Exactly. 1 of 4 games in the afternoon here. Guelph Royals and Welland Jackfish tied at 2 apiece in the top of the 3rd inning. Brantford's in Toronto. Brantford Red Sox leading the Toronto Maple Leafs at Dominic Eagle Field 1-0. Of course, here it's 1-1 as we head to the top of the 2nd inning. The Barrie Baycats up 1-0 on the London Majors. Of course, the Baycats with a huge comeback victory, being down 7-0 yesterday to the Brantford Red Sox, winning that game 12-11 just to keep their winning streak alive.
Very impressive from them. As you can see here on the broadcast, pretty good crowd here today. It's a beautiful day for it, as I already said, but yeah, everybody really getting into it, and we talked about it. You guys probably heard over the broadcast, a few Kitchener Panthers fans in attendance as well, so it's good to see that as well.
Nice to see a bunch of guys make the trek up from Kitchener here to cheer on their Panthers, and great to see so many dads here with their sons and moms and everybody else enjoying a great afternoon of baseball here at Bernie Arbor Stadium.
Jason Wilbur getting back out on the mound, had a solid first inning despite giving up the 1 run, 2 strikeouts in that top half.
Well, hopefully the bullpen's not too taxed from last night. Of course, a 14-4 victory for the Cardinals over the Guelph Royals. They gave up the first 3 runs to the Royals, and it was pretty much all Cardinals after that as the offense explosions happened all over the place.
It's always nice when you can get in a situation like that where you don't need to tax your bullpen, especially before a game like today. We were talking earlier off the broadcast about how strong the Cardinals' bullpen is, and if they can stay well rested, that certainly helps their case even more.
Well, of course, when Jose Fernandez gets here, that's just then another extra layer of protection down in the late innings here.
Yeah,
you pretty much have to ask your starters to go, hey, can you give me 5 or 6?
Yep.
And you got a bullpen behind you that's going to pick up the slack from that point on.
Yeah, Fernandez was absolutely lights out last season.
And Stephen Whalen will lead things off here in the 2nd inning. The designated hitter in this contest. As Jason Wilbur gets back on the mound, and we'll get back here momentarily to get back to the action here. like he just
Whalen
collected.
batting .256 so far this season. Appeared in 12 games. 1 home run and 4 doubles. 8 RBIs as well.
Wilbur's first offering to Whalen misses outside for a ball. The count is 1-0.
Wilbur started the top half of the first with a walk. He's behind 2-0 here.
That he is. Just like he's not seem comfortable. Maybe the sun's just beating down on his face here, but it just doesn't seem like he's kind of made the adjustment so far. Looks in for the sign. Comes from the stretch. 2-0 pitch is in there and misses low again. It's 3-0.
Little bit of height there, Jay. A little bit of bring it back up there, buddy.
Just missed outside again as Bernardo's trying to negotiate with the plate umpire to get a call here once in a while. 3-0 pitch is in there. Misses for ball 4, and the leadoff man will take the leadoff walk down to first base here.
Yeah, 4th pitch walk there from Wilbur. Began last inning with a walk. Was able to get out of it with just the 1 run.
Marcel Lacasse, the third baseman, acquired from the Barrie Baycats not so long ago. I believe earlier in the week when he became available. Once the Baycats had another roster spot, they had to make another roster move. So they got somebody else back. Frank Garces back in the lineup for the Baycats now too. So Lacasse was made available, and the Panthers jumped all over it for a player to be named later. The league really doesn't have trades or anything like that, but sometimes they come out and they publish it like a trade, so I was like, okay. Not sure how that works, but usually it's just somebody will either send some cash back the other way or maybe some rights to somebody they have on their protected list.
Yeah, just a couple of general managers come into some sort of agreement.
As that one misses outside, and Wilbur struggling to find the strike zone here. It's 1-1 on the count.
Whalen with a decent lead over there at first base, being held on by Niles. He's got 2 stolen bases so far this season.
Lacasse joining the Panthers is 1 for 5. Batting 200, just 1 RBI so far. Saw action against the Jackfish Thursday night. That one's in there for a strike. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes here as Wilbur trying to get a ground ball or get a strikeout here and give his defense a chance to make a play or two.
Yeah, Wilbur's looked very comfortable against the lefties, trying to paint the outside of that zone. He's getting the calls so far in that spot.
Didn't like that baseball and asked for another one, and that one's going to go into play and probably be into some kid's back pocket and a souvenir on Father's Day.
Yeah, I think we saw that a couple nights ago. One of the pitchers was having a hard time with the baseballs, swapping them in and out.
They do get rubbed up, but sometimes there's not enough dirt or something on them. Just don't feel good in your hands. This one's fouled away. Lacasse stays alive at 1-2. Nobody away here in the top of the second inning in a 1-1 tie. Panthers do have the leadoff man aboard via the walk.
Wilbur would love to get a ground ball out of Lacasse here, possibly turn 2.
Definitely the right spot here. But Whalen does have decent wheels as well. So it's kind of on it. You got to keep Wilbur on. He's got to keep Whalen honest here. That one misses for a ball. It's now 2-2. Shot Josh Niles not really holding on the runner at first either. He's kind of playing even with wherever the runner is going here. So with the left-hander up, that makes sense. Or he's off the bag here. He's got to play field the position as well. The 2-2. Misses outside for a ball. It's now 3-2.
These Panthers batters fairly patient so far today, making Wilbur throw quite a few pitches.
Of course, that was their philosophy going into the season. They had to cut down on the errors defensively, and they had to be more patient at the plate. Because that's what Bill Matisse was saying to us when we were in the Panthers broadcast a few weeks ago. Just cut down and be patient and be accountable for that moment at the time.
Yeah,
so 3-2 comes through here.
So far, definitely working for them as they've scored a boatload of runs this season.
That's back-to-back walks to start the inning here for Jason Wilbur. Junior Ibarra will be the batter now. The Cuban catcher will be the batter now with nobody away and 2 on here.
Ibarra batting in the 8th spot today. Batting 188 this season, looking to get those numbers up a little bit. 8 RBIs, though, not bad.
Well, from a catcher spot, you don't usually expect them to be the offensive leader of your ball club, but in our case, the Cardinals have Luis Bernardo just doing just that so far. Ibarra is definitely a defensive specialist. So he hits that one to right field. Duncan tracks this one down. He'll make the catch in front of the warning track for out number 1 as the runners will tag and advance to third. Runner at first holds there as the throw comes into second base.
Very good, strong throw there from the right fielder, Duncan. That one I thought was actually going to be closer to the wall, but good job tracking it down.
Going to bring up Jet Jarvis, the right fielder. The speedster, and he's doing pretty well in the 9-hole. Last time I looked at his stats, he's over above 400 still?
Yeah,
haven't seen his stats this week.
Batting 340 so far this season. Very impressive, especially huge in the 9 spot, able to flip over that lineup for the Panthers.
Of course, last year he was the leadoff hitter for the Panthers with the addition of course, Gonzalez and Elias Curtis and other guys. He was moved down to the 9 spot, not to a slight against Jarvis, it was just more like so he could set the table from the bottom spot. So first pitch to Jarvis misses for a ball high here as Wilbur's still struggling to find the strike zone. Not finding his groove to this point.
Wilbur with
go ahead. 17 for 50 on the season. No home runs, but 6 RBIs from the 9 spot. Swings and misses of that one. Wilbur evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Wilbur looking to utilize that fastball. I think that was what helped him there in the first inning get 2 strikeouts. That curveball you saw a little bit high on the previous pitch. That one he's trying to reel that one in.
Well, one pitch is in there for a strike. Jarvis thought he checked the swing on it, but the plate umpire, Chris Walters, called it anyways. Now the count is 1-2.
And there you go. The breaking ball finds the zone that time.
Wilbur looks in for the sign from the stretch. He'll work. 1-2 pitch on its way momentarily here. Swung on and missed by Jarvis, and Wilbur gets his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. It's a huge one here, as there's now 2 away with runners in first and third.
Great pitch on the inside half there from Wilbur. All Jarvis could do was hope to foul that off. Tough to get to those ones like that.
Now Blake Jacklin will be back here. The bat, he walked in the first inning and scored the run. Has a stolen base. Jacklin will bat with 2 away. Of course, shout out to Kitchener Panthers broadcaster Mark Perry, who has been emailing us and took a couple of swipes at us here, having some fun. I know Mark's watching at home. Definitely feels weird for him not to be broadcasting this ball game. Of course, the Panthers didn't have a home game this week, so we didn't have the chance to go to the broadcast booth in Jack Couch Park this week, which is okay. It's nice to have a break, a night off once in a while.
Absolutely busy schedule here at Bernie Arbor, typically Friday nights and Sunday afternoons. I think there's only been 1 week that we haven't had 2 games on the weekend. So
exactly. Just how the schedule works out in the IBL. Usually you'll wind up playing probably Friday, Saturday, and or Sunday as well. Sometimes you play 4 games. Sometimes you're playing Barrie or Welland on Thursday night, a home game Friday night, somebody on the road Saturday, and back here home here at Bernie Arbor on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, and with the way the schedule kind of pans out, you hope that your starters can eat up a couple innings and help your pitching staff for later in the weekend.
The comebacker off. Wilbur off the mound here. Wilbur recovers. He'll throw to first in time. No, he's going to be safe at first as Jacklin beats that one out for an infield single. And we're going to call time. And training staff is definitely going to come out here and take a look at Jason Wilbur, who took that one off somewhere off the midsection here.
Yeah, Wilbur absolutely pelted in. Looked like around his hip area as he turned to try and get out of the way of it. And couldn't find the ball for a split second, able to run over and pick it up. And honestly, I thought he made the play at first there. It looked like he got him in time, but the umpire said otherwise.
Jacklin, you can't discount Jacklin's speed. He just probably beat it out by a hair of a second here. We don't have the benefit of a instant replay either, so a little concern going on here is now the pitching coach is coming out as well as we'll have to see what's going on here. Wilbur is trying to negotiate his way to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, trying to walk it off here. Hopefully no serious damage done.
Looks like he might have got him in the ribs or something, the way he's stretching it out there. We'll have to see if we don't have the option. We'll have to watch it tomorrow or something on the Cable 14 rebroadcast.
Looks like he might be all right.
Probably get a couple of throws here anyways just to make sure he's okay. They can continue.
Yeah, we see Corbin Peters up and stretching a little bit just in case.
Yep. Of course, the Welland Jackfish went through this on Thursday night. Jake Hartford, their ace, was on the hill and did something in the top of the third inning and had to leave the ball game, actually.
Yeah, so the run scoring there from third base on that, I guess it's going to be probably ruled an infield single.
Yeah, you can't fault the pitcher on that. It was a self-defense, if anything. His body got in front of it.
No, just impressive that he even was able to make a play at first there.
It was, and he made the best valiant effort to get there, but Jacqueline just beat it out, according to the base umpires.
Well, Wilbur looks to be all right. He's going to stay in this ball game, at least for now.
Elliot Curtis will be the batter. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his last time up.
I'd imagine he's going to have a pretty nasty welt, but you can see him just stretching there.
Probably has the stitch marks on his chest somewhere, but yeah, he's definitely not feeling too comfortable right now. It might be an ice pack between innings, and we'll see how he feels when he gets back to the dugout. But the task at hand is get Elliot Curtis and get out of this jam now as the Cardinals now trail this ball game 2-1. Curtis fouls this one away, and it's going to be off to the left here and out of play. And Wilbur ahead of the count at 0-1. Mike Marasco with the best sound effects in the IVL, bar none. I've told you the story a few times. We were driving home watching. I think we had the broadcast on and heard the car alarm go off. My fiance actually pulled the car off the road thinking it was our car that was making the alarm go off.
Yeah, I think about pretty much every week we have somebody when the car horn sound effect goes off. Oh, is that real? Yeah, you would think so, but.
As Curtis lines this one in the left field. Runner is trying to get a home here. The throw is going to be offline, and that's going to score a run. Throw to third, not in time, and Curtis will sneak in down there on the throw. Give him the single, the RBI, and the Panthers now lead this one 3-1.
Yeah, that ball smacked pretty hard into left field by Curtis. A good play by Danny Berg to scoop it on the one hop, but the throw just a little bit wide into foul territory. Had it been on line, I think he would have had a chance to make a play.
He might have. Marcel Lacasse comes home on that single by Curtis, and Raul Gonzalez will be the batter. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his last time up. As the Panthers have scored twice here in the top of the second inning to lead this one 3-1.
I don't think anybody who knows either of these two teams, the Cardinals and the Panthers, would be surprised if we told them it was going to be a high-scoring affair, and we've got that on our hands already, 3-1 here in the top of the second.
Two good offenses and pitching staffs that are going to have to really redouble their efforts here this afternoon to keep this one close. As the pitch to Gonzalez misses for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Goes back inside here, just trying to keep Gonzalez honest at the plate, not trying to put anything in his wheelhouse. Misses again inside. It's 2-0.
Wilbur so far struggling a little bit against these right-handers. Not able to pitch away from them as well with his breaking ball.
Well, the Panthers to the man are pretty good defensive, good at the plate here. They're not afraid to foul pitches off to just get something they like here. That one's fouled away down the left field line. It's going to go into the Cardinals bullpen here. And the count is now 2-1. Wilbur does not feel comfortable out there, that's for sure. It looks like he's kind of in a little bit of pain. He's definitely labored here as that ball that went off him. Definitely stung a little bit. 2-1 pitch on its way. Gonzalez takes this one to right, but it's going to be out of play to even the count at 2-2.
No chance for the right fielder Tyler Duncan on that one. That one well down the line, out of play.
Duncan took a few steps and realized how far it was. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to get to that one. I'm going to go back to my position and let that one just go foul.
Not much wind here today at the ballpark. Usually we get a little bit of a breeze actually towards the plate, but flag's looking pretty still right now.
Well, we are kind of overcast, I guess, kind of a hazy day, but not overall not a bad day at all here at the ballpark. 27 degrees, as you mentioned. The sun is definitely out today. 2-2 pitch on its way. Line up the middle. Osika won't get to that one. It took a weird hop and it goes in the outfield. 2 more runs will score, and the Panthers make it a 5-1 ball game.
Yeah, that ball taking a nasty hop off the grass there. He was charging it, going to make a play, and it just took a weird hop to the right and never had a chance to even get a glove on it.
No, it just kind of darted away from him just the last second, and Osika looks like he kind of doubled over himself here. He's trying to recollect himself.
Stepping up to the plate, the first baseman, number 35, Liam Wilson.
That's 2 more RBIs for Raul Gonzalez now, 25 on the season, or sorry, 24 on the season for Gonzalez. And the Panthers now make this a 5-1 ball game.
Really tough bounce there for Hamilton, trying to get out of that inning with 2 outs.
Of course, the runners were going on contact, so further compounded as 2 came across. Wilbur's first pitch is fouled away here to Liam Wilson. Wilson, who doubled home an RBI in the first inning, fouls the first pitch away. Counts 0-1. Wilbur's offering. Driven to the center field here, or popped up in the infield, sorry. Niles makes the call for it, makes the catch, and the inning's over. Panthers do score 4 runs here to now make this a 5-1 ball game here at Burning Harbor Stadium as they leave the Cardinals 5-1 as we head to the home half of the second inning.
Kitchener heading to the bottom of the second inning.
5-1 is your score. This is going to adjust the scoreboard momentarily here on the video. Of course, it's the second inning, so next half inning, the kids will run the bases as they always do. Thanks to our partners at Swish LA. A lot of kids always do the base pass here.
Oh yeah, that's always a fan favorite. We've seen that all year last year, and so far this year, just massive amount of kids running out on the bases, and it's always fun to watch that.
Oh, exactly. I guarantee they go back to school the next day if they're going to school or they're going to daycare or wherever they're going. They go tell their buddies, "I got to run the bases yesterday at the ballpark." And I said, "That's really cool."
Certainly a cool feature here at Burning Harbor and a staple.
Of course, Christian Hawk, the beneficiary of that big running inning for the Panthers here in the second innings. They scored 4 runs in his defense here.
Yeah,
he
he
back
hasn't
up as he gave up the tying run last inning.
Hawk actually not surrendering a hit despite giving up the 1 run. We had the walk and then an error. Charge to the second baseman.
We got a defensive change at second base. Nope. No, Elliot Curtis, so we got a defensive change coming in as well. Nick Parsons coming in.
Stepping up to the plate, the left fielder, number 3, Danny Berg.
Danny Berg will be the batter to start things off here in the home half of the second inning. Cardinals got a little work to do as they trail the Panthers 5-1 here on Cable 14. I'm Neil Sherwaswa. Garrett Matthews in with us as well to call the ball game for you on here. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Hamilton.
You see Danny Berg step into the box, get some dirt on those hands. No gloves for him.
A few guys in the league still have no batting gloves. It's interesting to see. I know Bernardo doesn't do it as well.
Yeah.
Berg fouls that one down the left field line out of play.
I know Cleveland Brownlee, also a guy who doesn't wear batting gloves.
Liam Wilson at first by the looks of it. Nick Parsons now at first. Looks like it's a straight switch for Liam Wilson. That one misses inside, almost handcuffed. Berg.
Yeah, Berg having to back out a little bit not to get hit there.
Hawk just trying to establish the inside part of the zone here. 1-1 pitch from Hawk. It's fouled out down the left field line and out of play, and that's going to be a souvenir for a youngster down there. Somebody's going to go chase the ball. See, now, if I was in that situation now and knowing what the reward was if I traded in as a freezy or the baseball, which one would you take?
Oh, probably the Freezy. There's so many foul balls. You're going to get another one probably.
Probably, yes. Of course, the Cardinals welcome the fans to keep the ball. If you want to turn it in, you're more than welcome to. But feel free to keep the souvenir. As Berg grounds out to the first baseman, here's the ball. The umpire is going to call time. We got some. It looks like the base has popped out of here at first base here, so we got a bit of delay here. We got some groundskeeping to go on here.
Yeah,
Like
not
the
sure if
peg
they
came out or the peg bent by the looks of it.
Yeah, not sure if
Can't
they
see from our
noticed.
vantage point or just pop out of the pole here.
Yeah, they must have noticed it was loose there after that play at first. A couple guys stepping on the bag close at the same time.
We're waiting for the grounds crew here. Not sure what the delay is here. Maybe they're looking for their base. Who knows? Or maybe the umpire's going to have to do it himself here. We'll see. They're not sure what they're doing here. But Berg is retired for the first out of the ball game, or first out of the inning here. 4-3 on the putout. And Dennis DeBanning will be the batter.
Yep, patiently waiting right now to step into the box.
Hawk
Dennis
playing catch with the second baseman, Elliot Curtis here, as he tries to stay loose. Not sure if they need to get into their bag or... Oh, they're just finally there. The ground crew guys finally coming out here. Must have been lunchtime.
Guess we'll take a moment here to talk about a little bit about Dennis DeBanning, who's having a good season so far this year with the Cardinals. He joined Hamilton late last year. He's batting .320 so far this season. He's a graduate from Humber College, burst on the scene with the Cardinals in limited time last year, displaying his ability as hitter and defensively. He played lots in the outfield. He's been a designated hitter quite a few times so far this year for the Cardinals. He was 2021 OCAA Player of the Year.
Of course, when he made his debut last year, I believe he had 2 home runs in his first 3 ball games or something like that. I remember seeing the tweet outs on the social media.
Yeah, I believe it was 2 home runs. I think they actually did come in Kitchener.
Yeah.
Friends at 905 Glove, and make sure you fill out a ballot for the custom 1-of-1 Hamilton Cardinals hand-stitched glove that will be announced at the top of the 4th inning.
Got some minor maintenance going down at first base here as you got a live look at the home plate. Junior Ibarra trying to keep his pitcher loose here too.
Yeah, I think that's actually George Halim, the general manager over there, just getting down and dirty.
George not afraid to dig it himself, but he does there in that case. And he makes his way off the field. I'm not sure if they're looking for some water or something. Put the peg back in.
Does look a little bit loose there, or something like in the hole blocking it maybe.
Yeah, maybe, or something got stuck in the hole. Who knows? As Hawk continues to stay warm here. They're going to pop it out one more time and just see if they can get it down far enough. Looks like it's a little bit higher off the ground there than it should be. Well, you see pretty much everything happening out here over the course of an IBL season. This is the first, I haven't seen this in quite some time, as the base becoming dislodged. You can definitely see it's not sitting flush to the ground there, so must be some dirt or something in the peg hole that's keeping it up. Oh, even Larry Wood's coming down to first base now, so you know it's trouble when Larry's on the field. Of course, Larry Wood's been doing baseball games since even before my time, which is kind of surprising because I would always come to the ballpark here and see Larry out there coaching or just being involved somewhere. And now he's down to first and seeing what they can do here to fix this one out. They'll have to dig it out a little bit, get a spoon or something down in there and get some of the dirt out.
Yeah, all hands on deck here in this situation. We've noticed this year so far that City of Hamilton doing a pretty good job upkeeping the diamond. It's definitely an improvement over last year.
Yeah, they definitely have been making the field look great as much as possible. Of course, we've been very fortunate on Friday Night Baseball not to get rainouts yet, but apparently it has downpoured here around 4 o'clock. 2 Fridays in a row, and the City Clark's crew has done amazing work to just get the field back in playable shape in time.
Yeah, for sure.
And now we got both managers conversing down at first base here and trying to just figure out what they can do. As Larry Wood is digging to China by the looks of it to get that peg down.
Christian Hawk just looking to stay warm on the mound.
He's definitely feeling much more like himself of old here so far this early in the season. Of course, the Panthers, the 6.57 ERA so far. Not where they wanted to be, but again, the IBL, the average ERA usually is around 4 something, so it's not terrible, but they're in the bottom 3 in the league, but they're in the top 4 in the standings. So it's kind of weird as far as how that goes, but the Panthers offense able to score in bunches and do average almost 10 runs a ball game right now. So things have a way of working themselves out. They switched to base, and it looks like this one's going to be okay. We're go back to baseball here.
Look at that brand new fresh white base. All the other ones looking pretty brown and dirty, but this one's got the fresh coat of trim clad or something out there, and definitely stands out all pearly white now. Yeah, it's still got the wrapper on it.
Hopefully take the wrapper off. Don't take the shrink wrapper. Maybe they had to run out of the Sports Authority or whatever it is down the street here. The delay looks over, and the Sens are apologizing once again to the Panthers starting pitcher, Christian Hawk, as he goes back off to the dugout. Or back to the third base coach's box, anyways. One away here in the home half of the second inning. Panthers scoring 4 in the top half of this inning to lead this one 5-1 if you're just tuning in. Little delay due to the base having to be replaced here.
DeBanning finally getting a step in that box and awaiting the first pitch from Hawk.
DeBanning tags this one to left field pretty deep. Left fielder going back. The track. It's out of here. Dennis DeBanning with a solo blast to make it a 5-2 ball game.
Would you look at that? Certainly worth the wait as he takes the first pitch over the fence after a few-minute delay. Just a great connection there from Dennis DeBanning.
That's the Dennis DeBanning the Cardinals fans are used to seeing, and he definitely gives himself a little chest pump and points his hands into the sky. And we got ourselves a ball game. It's 5-2.
Yeah, that DeBanning's second home run of the season, and you saw the left fielder going back, and he's like, oh, well, this is gone. I'm not even going to keep running after this one.
Right over the CHCH sign in left field, and Lane Renaud will be the batter now, the third baseman. 5-2 is your score now, as the Cardinals will come to play.
And Renaud
on the outside part of the plate called by Chris Walters.
Renaud, another guy with 2 home runs on this season. He swings hard, if nothing else, we'll tell you that.
He's definitely sometimes a little too aggressive, but it's because he's a good gamer. He hits this one in the left field. The left fielder is going to backpedal, make the catch to his right, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, solid contact there from Renaud. Getting a little unlucky with the location, but can't be upset with the way he hit that ball.
Tristan Osika now the batter, batting the 9-hole tonight. Playing second base, making his 3rd start of the season.
Yeah, Osika, a staple in the 2022 Cardinals roster, getting a little bit more chances as of late.
Probably some injuries and some guys out of the lineup too, so.
Yeah, and just so much depth this season on the Cardinals. So
checks Fleming's that one foul behind the plate here. Count is 0-1. Osika 5 for 25 on the season, batting 200. No home runs, 1 RBI so far. Definitely a taller second baseman, probably one of the tallest among the league here at the second base position.
Yeah, filling in for Brian Rivera, one of Hamilton's imported players from the United States.
Count is 1-1 to Osika with 2 away here. 5-2 the Panthers leading the Cardinals here in the bottom of the second inning. Ball misses inside. It's 2-1. Osika fouls that one away to even the count at 2-2.
Osika, an Ancaster native, in his 3rd season in the IBL and with the Cardinals. Had a strong junior season at Indiana Tech where he hit .292 with 9 doubles and 24 RBIs.
2-2 pitch on its way. Fouled away again by Osika, this time off to our left. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Zybera fires a strike back to his pitcher, Hawk, and he goes back to the mound. And back to work here momentarily. Pitch misses low. It's now a full count to Osika.
Good block on that one in the dirt by Ibarra.
Got the Seagulls making the rounds, looking for some hot dogs here and other tasty snacks. 3-2 pitch is chopped to third base. Fielded cleanly, thrown across, the bounce into the throw. A great scoop by Curtis at first. Or sorry, Nick Parsons at first. That'll end the inning. Cardinals do get a run back here, but trail the Panthers 5-2 as we head to the top of the third inning momentarily.
And here we go. It's Swiss Chalet kids run the bases, and you see them off to a hot start.
Somebody lost their hat and went back to get it.
Yeah, it's not enough to run the bases. You got to be the fastest one out there. You got to show off your skills, possibly some future Cardinals.
Exactly. A lot of kids once again going through the gates here and onto the field. Hope we don't have a collision at home plate.
Collecting some high fives on the way.
The little one waiting for their sister or waving to their mom or something back there. Hey, I'm running the bases.
A real traffic jam at the plate here.
Yep.
You got more kids coming out and a couple crossing the plate at the same time.
Looks like we got a couple of dads out there with their youngsters and moms as well. Just making sure they get through the base paths here safely. It's like somebody lost their shoe or something out there too.
Hopefully we don't have any more issues with the bases here after all these kids.
Hopefully not. Well, they're going to make sure it's stamped down for sure. They're all touching first pretty heavily.
You gotta break in that brand new bag at first there. This certainly would help.
Of course, you're at the ballpark. Make sure you bring your youngsters through here. Kids run the bases, courtesy of our friends at Swiss Chalet. They're proud sponsors of the Cardinals. Of course, the kids that run the bases also get a certificate for a free dinner, courtesy of our friends at Swiss Chalet. So definitely it's just worth for that, coming down for the chicken dinner.
Yeah, a little bit slower around second into third here. Even our own Emily Thompson, our game day host, making the rounds.
Yep. Emily's always a gamer. She always does this.
Oh, yeah, she's always up for it.
Yep. Sometimes even in heels.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. As the umpire's trying to direct some people across, and Emily's turning off a couple of people that probably got a little scared there as Emily's going to make the home stretch with a youngster, hand in hand here.
This might be the most parents I've ever seen on the field while we did this.
I think so, yes.
On Father's Day, I guess that's the occasion.
Exactly. Of course, if you're a dad listening at home or watching at home, happy Father's Day to you. If you're a stepdad filling the role as well, or somebody, a mom that does double duty, we thank you and so much for your love and support as always.
Certainly.
And
that's
happy
great.
Father's Day to you all. Of course, to my 4 kids, my stepkids, Kieran Gray, thank you so much. And Nora and Kellen are probably listening at home at Guelph as well. Thank you so much for making Dad's Day special as always. We had a great time with you all yesterday. Thanks for letting Dad enjoy his summer pastime, calling the ball games for everybody.
Yeah, you should have him out one day to one of these games.
Oh, we definitely will. We definitely will. I'm just worried my daughter's going to take over the mic and take over, so that's beside the point.
Yeah, we're going to have her on, a little mid-inning interview. Get her thoughts on the Cardinals this season.
Yep.
This always has to be done in the bottom half of the inning because, frankly, the defense not able to get a...
Well, exactly. You got to make sure the home team's on the field when this happens because sometimes it just takes a while for some of the youngsters to make their way around the bases or realize halfway through, I don't really want to do this anymore, Dad, so I'm going to come off the field halfway through, and now the kids have all been safely secured, and we'll get back to the business that is baseball. Momentarily, the Cardinals trailing the Panthers 5-2 here. Both teams exchanging runs in the first inning. Panthers striking for 4 in the top of the second inning. The Cardinals answered for back for 1 in the bottom to make it a 5-2 ball game as we head to the top of the third inning.
Yeah, so runs in every half inning so far. We'll see if that continues here. Dennis DeBanning with the solo home run to keep that trend going.
Of course, Dennis DeBanning with the big home run last inning, as you mentioned. Put the Cardinals back in this ball game. As Jason Wilbur will go back out to inning number 3. Looks like he's okay after taking the one off the midsection here. Not exactly sure where it hit him. I'm not sure if it hit him in the leg or hit him in the... I think it hit him in the ribs, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe around like the belt area, right on the side as he was trying to get by it.
Yep. Chris Walters reminding the pitcher he's got one more warm-up pitch before they throw down here as Bernardo adjusts his equipment one more time before getting set behind the plate. The throw down will go to second, and we'll be back underway here. Eric Martin will lead things off for the Panthers in the third inning.
62, Eric Martin.
Yep,
Martin, the center fielder.
Batting in the 5 spot today. Batting .364 on the season. Very impressive.
Popped up to the third baseman Renault the last time up in the first inning to end the inning. Well, that'll lead things off here in the top of the third. Ball is fouled away out of play here. That's going to go in the parking lot. And that one gets the sound effect, gets a little good chuckle out of there. Wilbur ahead of the count at 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. In there for strike 2 as the plate umpire Chris Walters makes the strike call. Wilbur ahead of the count at 0-2.
Yeah, something he's struggled with a little bit so far with the leadoff hitters. Back-to-back walks in each the top of the first and top of the second.
Just didn't seem like he was quite comfortable out there on the mound. He gets strike 3 called here, and that's his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. And his second one looking here is Stephen Whalen will be the batter. Whalen is 0 for 0. He walked and scored a run his last time up. Lead off the second inning.
Yeah, we mentioned Wilbur's ERA sitting around 6 coming into this ball game, but 16 strikeouts in 18 innings.
As
so
Whalen
far, he
takes a big hack at that first offering from Wilbur.
Starting to bump up that ratio a little bit.
Ball misses outside, and it's 1-1.
See Osika way back there on the grass with the power of Martin at the plate.
They definitely are shifted more to that right side here. Expecting Whalen to pull this one. But that one's called for a strike, and the count is now 1-2.
Wilbur's starting to get settled in here, I think. He's finding the zone nicely this inning.
Well, that's the first thing. Is if you haven't seen this umpire behind the plate or anything else, Bernardo, the catcher, has to do the same thing. They're going to fill out where the umpire's zone is at that day. So the first 2 innings, you'll see the catchers definitely work the zone both inside and outside, trying to see how far they can stretch the zone here.
Martin calls time and resets as he steps back into the box.
1-2 pitch to Whalen on its way. Chopped down the first base line. Niles is going to let that one go foul as he touches it. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Wilbur seems a lot more confident on the mound this inning. Seems like he's definitely found where he is, got his groove on now, and definitely wants to bear down and get through this inning quickly and give the bats a chance in the home half of the third. 1-2 pitch on its way. Fouled away again by Whalen, and the count will remain 1-2. Whalen 11 for 43 on the season, 255, 1 home run, 8 RBIs so far in the campaign. I believe his home run was a walk-off in the 9th inning against the Barrie Bay Cats at home a couple Sundays ago. Whalen goes on the check swing. The throw down, the appeal down to 30, went around. And that's another strikeout for Jason Wilbur.
Yep, 5 on the day now. He's starting to reel it in here a little bit. 2 strikeouts here in the inning.
Marcel Lacasse will be the batter to third base when he walked his last time up and came around to score as well in that second inning. Of course, Lacasse started the season with the Barrie Bay Cats. Wilbur gets ahead of the count as Chris Walters calls the strike on the outside part of the plate. The count is 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Lacasse down behind the count at 0-2.
It's that same pitch he's finding himself a lot of success with, especially against these lefties. That one fading away to the far side, getting those guys to chase.
Wilbur from the stretch, looks for the sign.
He's been following it a lot up with a heater on the inside. We'll see if he goes to that here.
0-2 pitch on its way. Just outside, a little too far out. Bernardo tried to pull it back in, but Chris Walters wasn't biting there, and it's 1-2.
You saw Bernardo there on one knee, set up on the outside, looking to catch that zone.
Trying to extend the Lacasse, hoping he would chase one out of the zone here. Back out again he goes. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away here. Renault will give it chase, but then stops as it drifts far out of play.
So close. I'm just still waiting for that one foul ball to land in the giant inflatable.
We haven't given it a
Hamilton
name
Cardinals
yet.
glove.
We haven't given it a name. Some people call it McLovin. I don't know what else we could call it, though. So if you guys are listening at home and have been down to the ballpark, you see the giant inflatable glove out in left field. Hey, maybe tweet out us a name here sometime. McLovin does work, though.
I think I like it.
Swung on and missed. Lacasse goes down on strikes. Bernardo with the tag. Hitting over. 3 up, 3 down. The Panthers go here in the top of the third inning as Jason Wilbur sets in and strikes out the side here.
Nothing across the board for both teams. The score is still 5-2. Pitching are headed to the bottom of the third inning.
Back inside the press box here at Burning Arbor Stadium. I'm Mr. Waspo. That's Jared Matthews. Thank you so much for joining us. Not sure when we have to fix that broadcast thing. We'll have to fix it. Somehow have to turn the green screen off on that one.
Yeah.
That's all right. But that's all right. Thank you so much for tagging along with us, guys and gals. Jared we'll call the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning for you. Another beautiful day at the ballpark, that's for sure.
Certainly, it's so great to be live here on Cable 14 for every Cardinals home game. Certainly a big improvement over last year, and it's great to see, and we're getting some nice crowds out here today, as you saw earlier on the broadcast. It's just lovely to see the support that the team is getting, and certainly helps that the team is doing well.
Yep. Well, exactly, it does. Of course, apparently we're all over on the Rogers TV network as well this afternoon, so thank you for watching wherever you may be watching this afternoon. We do appreciate it. Great, our pleasure to bring this broadcast to you as Christian Hawk gets loose again once again here. So face the, I believe the bottom part of the order here. Sorry, the top of the order coming up here for the the Cardinals in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah,
Charlie.
so that top of the third, the first half inning without any runs.
The first 0 of the afternoon.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Jason Wilbur. Good to see for him. What's he at now? 6 strikeouts on the day?
6 strikeouts on the afternoon so far in 3 innings. That's not a bad day at all.
Yeah, very impressive. If they can get 2 or 3 more innings like that, they'll be very happy with that.
They would definitely be so. Of course, now it's up to the top of the order for the Cardinals to get back on the scorebacks and back on the bats here and try to get this offense back in the ballgame.
Yeah, DeBanning with a little bit of a spark in the last half inning on the home run, but we're back to the top of the lineup, it looks like, with the shortstop.
Yep.
Charlie Towers, as you hear our PA announcer Josh Bain introduce him over the loudspeakers.
Charlie Towers, who struck out in the first inning, will be the first batter to face Christian Hawk here in the third.
Yeah, 0 for 1 with that strikeout, batting 170 on the season as he awaits the first pitch from Hawk. Hawk winds up and delivers. That one low and inside for ball 1. You see the third baseman creeping in on the grass in case of a Charlie Towers bunt. He does have some speed. Towers swings and misses that one on the inside. Now 1-1. Here comes the 40th pitch from Christian Hawk. As that one is inside and low again. He's painting that one corner here against Towers, the lefty.
Hawk definitely likes to work a lot faster than his counterpart does, so Towers wisely steps out here and just makes his own adjustments as he calls for time.
Steps back in after the little breather. Here comes the 2-1. Hit up the middle. That's going to take a couple hops. The second baseman going to play it over to first. In time, another lovely scoop by Parsons over there at first. A couple low throws he's had to him, but he's able to manage them.
Great job by Elliot Curtis to make that play as he followed through and charged the ball there. If he doesn't charge it, it's definitely going to be an infield single.
Yeah, that infield grass here does eat up a lot of those soft ground balls and makes it tough for those infielders. But a great job there by Curtis, as you mentioned.
Clayton Keys, who walked his first time up, scored a run in the first inning, will be the batter now.
Keys, a lethal hitter so far this season, leading the team in batting average. Batting .365.
Of course, a big walk-off hit here against the London Majors. I think that was their second broadcast of the season.
Yeah, that was a great finish to that game. As he takes the second pitch for ball 2, he's ahead 2-0.
I think the thing I take away of most of that is all that bubble gum going flying in the air and Emily Thompson's reaction when it's coming down.
Yeah, there was a great shot from one of the Cardinals photographers there, as I believe it was Tristan Osika dumping the bucket of bubble gum on
My
him.
son saw that and said, Dad, does that apply the 5-second rule applies to that bubble gum? I said, absolutely it does.
Yeah, especially with the wrappers. You're good to go. Clean that up and reuse it. As the 2-1 finds the zone right on the outside corner to even the count at 2-2. The crowd starting to get a little amped up here. A mix of Cardinals and Panthers chants.
It's always great to see the teams that travel with fans as well. That one's going to get Keys in the backside again.
And Clayton Keys has been an absolute victim of hit by pitches
He's almost
this
like
season.
Don Baylor was back in the good old days for the Red Sox. Of course, we'll have to get Reed Duffy to talk about that. Reed Duffy, the huge Red Sox fan. So
It's the 7th time he's been hit by a pitch this season.
it's just
incredibly
like he's a big
unlucky.
target out there or something. Just guys can't try to pitch inside to him. It gets way too far inside. And
Yeah, they're just
hits
so.
him in the ribs, the back, or something. He must wake up some nights and just go, "Wow, I got a new bruise here."
Yeah,
New
nobody
bruise
wants
there.
to. Nobody wants to give him middle. They're so difficult to try and paint those corners that sometimes it does get away from you like that. And it's fortunate that he hasn't been injured on any of those. But that one not a heater or anything like that. He's able to shake it off pretty easily as Tyler Duncan now steps into the box, batting in the 3 spot today.
Duncan reached on an error in the first inning.
Duncan 3 home runs to his name, 11 RBIs so far this year.
Pair of home runs last night in the Royal City. Comebacker hit the hawk. He'll throw to second base for the force out on the transfer. 1-6
So it looks
fielder's
like
choice.
They are going to get the call at second, or
Yeah, they're going to get the call.
You
Umpire
gotta
ruling it was on the transfer, and he's
Yeah.
trying to establish and throw the ball across the diamond there.
Yeah, it did look like he had control of it when he stepped on the bag and kind of fumbled it as he was looking to reach for his glove.
Great reaction by Christian Hawk to even make that play.
Yeah, we've seen a couple ground balls right up the middle, and now 2 comebackers to the pitcher. That one able to be wrangled in.
This keeps up. They're going to ask for that L screen out there.
Yeah. Now the catcher, Luis Bernardo, batting in the cleanup spot. He's got 2 out and a man on base. Neil mentioned earlier that, this one's hit into right center field. The right fielder going back, and he's not going to get there. Jarvis picks it up at the fence. Luis Bernardo heading to second. Duncan coming to the plate. There's going to be a play. And he's safe. Tyler
Safe at the
Duncan,
plate.
excellent base running as he's able to slide in under the tag. I think that was the right call there.
It
The
was,
throw
definitely.
was excellent from the second baseman, Curtis, getting to the catcher, Ibarra. But Ibarra just cut it off a little bit in front of the plate there, I think.
Ibarra just was a little too far out, and Duncan read that cleanly. He slid behind him and touched the base on the way go through. Chris Walters right on top of the plate to make the right call there.
Yeah.
And we now got a 2-run ball game here as the Panthers still leading the Cardinals. It's 5-3.
So right before that pitch, I was about to mention, Neil, that's our catcher here, Luis Bernardo, excellent with runners on and with 2 outs. And what can you say about that?
Yeah, what can you say? He just keeps the wheels keep turning for Luis Bernardo this season. He was batting .462 with runners in the scoring position. Now he's 1 for 2. Or sorry, 1 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. 25 RBIs in the season for Bernardo as this one's fouled away and out of play. For 0-1 count here
Yeah,
to
so
Josh Niles.
Bernardo with the sacrifice fly to right field in the first inning, cashing in an RBI, and another as he's able to score Duncan from first base.
Duncan turned on the afterburners when he got on to second base and just pushed it in overdrive.
So Josh Niles, the first baseman, now out there after fouling off the first pitch for strike 1. He's got another runner in scoring position, as that one does find the inside half of the zone for strike 2.
Niles popped up to the shortstop in the first inning and the first. Can they get something going here with 2 away?
There was excellent speed on the bases there from Tyler Duncan, able to score from first. He never hesitated around third. And it was looking like he was going to be maybe thrown out, but that's strike 3 there as Josh Niles goes down swinging. 1 run does come in on the RBI double from Bernardo. The Cardinals trail 5-3 here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. We're watching Hamilton Cardinals live on Cable 14. We'll be right back.
Hey there, fans. We are about to raffle off this beautiful, one-of-a-kind, hand-stitched Hamilton Cardinals baseball glove donated by the one and only our official partner, Brandon from 905 Gloves. You had a chance to fill out the ballot at the merch tent, and we are about to pick a winner. Drum roll, please.
Alright,
John, Elvis Presley to Bon Jovi, the Rolling Stones to Duran Duran, playing the greatest hits of all time, 92.9 The Grand.
Welcome back to Bernie Arbor Stadium. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. Join up the call of the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning for you will be Jarrett Matthews momentarily. We'll take another look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Top of the 7th inning in Welland, the Welland Jackfish and Guelph Royals are tied 3 apiece in Welland on Father's Day. At Dominico Field at Christie Pitts, the Maple Leafs leading the Brantford Red Sox. Top of the 4th inning, 5-1. And of course, in London, the Barrie Baycats up 3-0 on the London Majors out in the Bat Park for the later games of the Iron County. Of course, here at Bernie Arbor Stadium, it's a 5-3 ball game as the Kitchener Panthers lead the Hartland Cardinals to start the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that Welland game shakes out. That Jackfish, of course, riding a 10-game win streak after dropping their first 2 of the season, now sitting in first place. Just incredible how they've been able to turn that around.
Of course, the Jackfish losing to the Hamilton Cardinals, their season opener, and then losing to the Kitchener Panthers. So the only 2 teams to beat the Jackfish so far on this diamond here at Bernie Arbor.
And Jason Wilbur back out on the mound after getting shaken up after being drilled on a comebacker, but responded very well with 3 strikeouts in that top half of the 3rd inning. Looking to do the same here as the Cardinals trail by 2 here in the top of the 4th.
Junior Ibarra will lead things off.
First pitch from Wilbur just misses on the inside half for ball 1.
Let's go Cards! Let's go Cards! Let's go Cards! Let's go Cards! Let's go Cards!
That one fouled off by Ibarra, now evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Ibarra came into action, 9 for 48, 187 batting average, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Now in the 8 hole for the Panthers. Don't read too much into that. It's just a matter of where they have to put a catcher when they have this lineup going. Of course, Andy Leader out of the lineup for the Panthers today, the usual center fielder. Likely is coaching this weekend with the team he works with, the youth team he coaches for. That's probably why he's out of the lineup.
Now the 2-1 offering from Jason Wilbur. Hit hard on the ground to the third baseman, Lane Renault, scoops it up, throw on to first in time to retire Ibarra. Josh Niles with the catch on the other end, and there's one away.
Stepping up to the plate, the right fielder, number 23, Jet Jarvis.
Jet Jarvis will be the batter. He struck out his first time up in the 2nd inning.
Jarvis stepping into the box, batting .333 on the season. And the third baseman, Renault, in on the grass a little bit. We've seen that a couple times from him, but no bunt attempts yet so far from the Panthers.
I think with Jarvis, you definitely just want to let him swing away here.
And he does show a bunt there, and he doesn't pull it back in time for strike 1.
As soon as I said that, he squares around. That goes figures. He's not going to bunt. No, he bunts.
Yeah.
Now the third baseman, Renault, will have to cheat in a little bit. And
1-1 pitch from Wilbur, a breaking ball that misses high. 2-1.
even Lane Renault's probably looking up on us going, you guys just had to say that, didn't you?
Nice in all things nice.
Now the 2-1 to Jarvis. Gets a piece of it, evens the count at 2-2. Jarvis, of course, would love to get on for the top of the lineup in Blake Jacklin.
Jarvis is very good at getting on base and then setting the table for this offense for the Panthers. Usually if he finds a way on, they usually have found a way to bring him home very often so far this season.
Yeah, definitely looking to capitalize. Both teams certainly know that they're going to need a few more runs to win this ball game. As this one's back up the middle, a slow hopper to Wilbur, and he tosses it over to first.
I think that was a sigh of relief by Wilbur as that one went off to his side this time and not right directly through him.
Yeah, I think that's the fourth one I think we've seen now up the middle.
Stepping up to the plate, the left fielder, number 36.
Jarvis has retired 1-3 for out number 2 here in the third inning. And Wilbur is now retired 6 in a row.
So back to the top of the lineup, Blake Jacklin up with nobody on and 2 outs. You see Tristan Osika again playing pretty deep on the grass there, as he does show bunt, and it's a pretty good one as Wilbur tries to grab it with his glove. and spin around, but he's unable to get a hold of it. So Blake Jacklin will reach. I think
On a
it'll
single.
probably be an RBI, or sorry, a single,
The
infield
official
single.
score, of course, right off the bat, right under our earpiece, it's a single. So Jacklin is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles.
Would have been a tricky play had he had scooped it up anyways, but an excellent bunt there from Blake Jacklin.
It was. Of course, Jacklin definitely the most dangerous guy on the infield for the Panthers here. Loves to steal bases and has such a great read at first base.
Certainly wouldn't be surprised if we see him going here with 2 outs.
And Elliot Curtis at the plate now. Curtis is 1 for 2. He's singled and drove home a run his last time up. Scored a run, struck out in the first.
First pitch from Wilbur to Curtis. Throw over to first, and they got him in a rundown here. Throw back to second. You got the catcher Bernardo covering over at first. Josh Niles gets the ball back. Throw over to second to Osika. Osika chasing down Blake Jacklin, and he's going to duck under the tag. Osika's going to have to throw over to second again. Josh Niles chasing him back. He's stuck in the rundown, and he's finally able to apply the tag.
What a play by Blake Jacklin, just to hit the ground there and watch the runner go, the base defender try to go over on top of there.
Looked like a wrestling match when they're bouncing off the ropes, jumping over each other there. As the Cardinals defense doing an excellent job of covering for each other and getting the third and final out. No runs come in there for the Kitchener Panthers. Score remains 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Man, that was something else.
That was quite the play there.
I felt like I was,
hear the guys talking about the put out here.
Yeah, I felt like I was calling like a horse race or something like that. Somebody coming on the inside. It was pretty funny.
Oh, Reed Duffy would be proud. You didn't have to do the snack there takedown or something. Yeah.
Luckily, I know these guys' faces pretty well. Otherwise, it would have been a mess trying to call those names out as it was going around.
All right, so officially goes into the scorebook as a 1-3-6-3-4. That just changed on me there, but yeah, 1-3. That's quite the play on that throw. Probably not how you drew that one up.
No, certainly not. And it looked like on multiple occasions that they had him absolutely tied down and ready to tag him. And yeah, I don't even know what happened there. Like Osika jumped over him as he was laying down. Like
I don't know. It's just kind of like I don't know if Jacklin just got tired and wanted to take a break or fell and just decided to hit the ground and didn't realize Osika was going over top of him or something, or maybe just realized, oh hey, he didn't tag me. I'm gonna get it back up and go.
Yeah, man, they absolutely would have been kicking themselves if they weren't able to get him after.
Well, if he would have got to second base, I think they would have just been, okay, yeah, you're going to earn the base here.
You deserved it, yeah. Yeah, luckily Cardinals able to get out of that inning with another shutout inning from Jason Wilbur, who's been pretty solid since that 4-run inning, which also included an error as well, so that didn't help.
No, exactly. And the Panthers is one of those teams you just can't give them extra outs. They'll make you pay for it every time. Of course, as we talked about it many times, they're deadly with 2 outs, and they're even deadlier with runners in scoring position. Leading the league in ridiculousness as far as runs scored. 140 runs coming to this action now. It's 145 on the season so far.
Danny Berg leading things off here in the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Cardinals. Cardinals have scored 1 run in every half of their, every half inning that they've been at the plate. So we'll see if they're able to keep that trend going as they trail by 2.
Berg 0 for 1 in the contest. He grounded out to the second baseman in the second inning his last time up.
Danny Berg fouls this one up. Looks like it's just going to get out of play here past the fence into the bleachers. Takes a couple hops.
And somebody's got another souvenir baseball as a couple of people go diving for that baseball.
You're going to have to climb under the bleachers to get to that one.
Yep.
Yeah, we see a lot of balls into the stands here, and I think it's safe to say one of the best stadiums for sight lines around the IBL. You can get real close to the action.
No question.
But at the same time, you got to keep your head up.
That you do.
That pitch into the dirt to Berg for ball 1. Quick meeting between the umpire and the pitcher Hawk as he gets a new baseball.
Some guys just like a certain set of seams. Some guys are really particular as far as raised seams. Some guys like them more recessed. So Hawk just asked for another baseball here. Chris Walters was more than kind enough to indulge there.
Danny Berg settles back in and is able to lay off that pitch on the inside half to even the count at 2-2. Now the 2-2 from Hawk. Strike 3 called. It looked like a fastball upstairs to Danny Berg as he goes down looking, and there's one away.
Hawks' third strikeout of the afternoon here. Bring Dennis Devanning up to the batter who homered his last time up. A solo blast over the CHCH sign in left center field.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to recreate some of that magic, as that one was absolutely smacked over the CHCH sign.
He had that long delay as he waited for the base to get fixed to first.
Yeah, that was a first pitch home run as well. Yeah, you mentioned the long delay there at first. Now the 1-0 from Hawk. That one sort of a half check swing, but he definitely went around there for strike 1. And maybe that was part of the strategy by Dennis Devanning on that last at bat, coming out of the long break, maybe take advantage of him on the first pitch. Certainly worked to his advantage as that one finds the zone on the outside with a breaking ball from Hawk.
Devanning will readjust himself here outside of the box here and step back in a little.
Now the 1-2. That one a big hopper well outside. Good job to catch that one at all by Ibarra.
Hawk just looking to waste the pitch there and keep it out of Devanning's wheelhouse.
Hawk up over 60 pitches in this game now. As Devanning goes down swinging, but it looked like he actually hit it into play. And the throw over to first, an absolute rocket from Ibarra to get the second out.
Put it will go K2-3 for the second out of the inning. And Lane Renoli, the batter who flew out to left field his last time up.
Stepping up to the plate, the third baseman, number 48, Lane Renoli.
Yeah, Renault put a solid swing on the ball his last time up, but it was right out the left fielder, Blake Jacklin, who was able to make the play no problem.
Yeah, the Panthers have probably got the most athletic trio in the outfield, but the Cardinals are definitely not a far second. When you have Devanning in left field some nights, you have Clayton Keys in center field, and of course Tyler Duncan, who speaks for himself, the big man with some great athleticism in right field as well.
Yeah, we've already seen that here today with one big throw, and of course he scored from first on the hit to right center field. And speaking of that, another hit to right center field, and Martin able to track it and make the catch for the third and final out. There you go, first shutout inning for the Cardinals as they go in order. Score remains 5-3 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball live on Cable 14.
Hi, Emily!
All right, guys, I have Mark here with me, and this is
Gonna have what is this, Name That Tune, I think, coming up now?
Lane's uncle, so it's exciting to have him for Name That Tune, my favorite game. So what we're going
Hopefully Emily has a stumper today, because I've been pretty much nailing them right off the bat here. So
yeah, they've been some pretty easy ones so far this season.
that there has been. Oh, I have no idea. I'm not a big country person. My fiance would probably nail it in like 2 seconds here.
Right when I was about to blind dance. All right, Mark, what is this?
George Kenyon.
And we got ourselves a winner.
I knew the artist, but I couldn't say I knew the song name there. Yeah, country. I consider myself a very big country fan, and that one was even kind of a stumper.
Yeah. I couldn't recognize the voice at all, so it's just like, okay, I don't know. Here's officially stumped. I think I'm now 3 for 4 on the season so far. We've been here.
Now Jason Wilbur back out on the mound. Been very solid ever since that little bit of trouble in the second inning. Hasn't given up a run since then. Looking to hold the Cardinals into this game. If they can get 1 or 2 more innings, solid work out of him, they're in very good shape to have a chance to win this ball game.
Of course, they don't play again until Friday night against the London Majors, who are here Friday night on Friday Night Baseball on Cable 14. Planning on attending the ball card. Get your tickets early on the Hamilton Cardinals website. Love to see you here at the ballpark.
Yeah, we've had, I think you talked about it earlier, but we've had incredible luck with weather so far this season. I think every Sunday has just been beautiful. There was one maybe a little bit cloudy, but warm and sunny every day.
You were the only ball. Actually, you and somebody else got of course, the Kitchener game last Sunday got canceled, but you guys got the ball game in here. So I had the afternoon off, but that was okay. Got some work in the garden. The pool got put up. So the pool's not quite filled yet, but I'll work on that this week. And the kids will be in the pool on the weekend when they're playing at the dad's house.
We've got number 66, Elliot Curtis, here to lead things off, the second baseman. As he hits the first pitch to the left side, Charlie Towers scoops it, throw over to first. In time, as a nice stretch there by Josh Niles at first to puts Curtis away on the first pitch.
Great job by Towers to stick with that ball and follow, turn his momentum and fire a strike across to Niles at first. The 6-3 goes to put out, and Raul Gonzalez with the batter.
Yeah,
Gonzalez is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a single.
At-bats like that are certainly going to help Jason Wilbur go deeper into that game. One pitch, and he's already sat him down.
We're at 74 pitches now, and that first pitch is in there for a strike.
Gonzalez not loving that call. He did have one called for strike 3 earlier that he didn't appreciate either. Now the 0-1 from Wilbur. This one hit hard down the line, but foul.
Chris Walters, of course, the plate umpire. I think he's also the only umpire in the IBL that has his own walk-up song. He comes out to the Big Boss Man theme. At least here in Hamilton, as Mike Marasco has some fun with the plate umpire. Every opportunity he gets, we love it. It does look a lot like the Big Boss Man.
It does. Same shade of blue as that one from Wilbur, misses on the outside.
But he's missing the billy stick and the sunglasses.
I think we're having a wrestling night at the ballpark coming up either next week or the week after.
Yeah,
should be interesting
to that one too.
To see what is in store for that. I know our majority owner Eric Spearin, a big wrestling fan, so
that's awesome.
Definitely part of it, and we do have some great local wrestling in this area.
Yeah, Reed Duffy's a huge wrestling fan. Last night he was tweeting about the AEW wrestling. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, so I've had to temporarily put Reed on silent so he can watch the results tonight sometime.
Now 1-2 count on Gonzalez. That one misses low and inside.
Gonzalez gets the pitch back for Bernardo here, and looks like we're getting another baseball, and Bernardo's helmet goes behind the plate umpire, Chris Walters.
I think I mentioned it in a game earlier this season, but you don't see very often their catchers wearing their helmet forward underneath their mask.
No, but Bernardo's definitely one of the guys that does it. Just because how his mask fits or something. Who knows? A lot of guys have those hockey-style masks now too. So.
Now the 2-2 from Wilbur. Again, misses on the inside. That'll load the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez.
You saw Gonzalez motion to the Chris Walters behind the plate, making sure he was pointing at his knees. That was low, right? I shouldn't have swung at that one. Baseball's a universal language.
So here comes the payoff pitch from Jason Wilbur.
He's not behind the plate.
Gonzalez just gets a piece of that, fouls it straight back, timed it up well, but got under it.
Of course, the Panthers electing last year not to bring in imports. Due to most likely visa issues with the Cubans and everything else, they do usually bring up a trio or a foursome of Cuban ball players, as Mike Bomer does a great job of recruiting the Cuban system. As Gonzalez goes down on strikes here. That's Wilbur's 7th strikeout of the afternoon.
Yeah, but he's having a great day through 4 2/3, now 7 Ks, very nice.
Stepping up to the plate, the first baseman, number 88, Nick Parsons.
Nick Parsons takes over for Liam Wilson. His first plate appearance in the ballgame. Not sure if Wilson re-aggravated a back injury or something, or just wasn't feeling, or maybe he had some prior family commitments as well. Who knows? Wilson exited the ballgame after his second at bat.
Parsons smacks that one into right field as Keys comes in and makes the grab for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down again for the Cardinals. Great work from Jason Wilbur. He's really settled in this game. Score remains 5-3 for the Cardinals as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
I think Wilbur's definitely settled in here, and that's definitely going to bode well for the Cardinals batters here. They got a chance to get back in as their pitchers throwing up a couple of zeros here, and giving the offense a chance here.
Yeah, these two pitchers starting to find their groove. A couple shutouts. Nobody's scored since the bottom of the third. We're now in the bottom of the fifth. See our super fan
Ovi trying to rally the troops once again here in the 5th inning. Ovi shocked me the other week when he came out and sung the anthem. I was expecting to be like, I was worried for nightmares, and they went out there and like, I was like, goodness, the guy can sing.
There he is in the bottom right of your screen. Yeah, he came out to sing the anthem a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself.
He did. Glad they weren't asking us to sing.
No, yeah, it's definitely a lot better than we would have.
Yep. My kids call it scary karaoke when Dad starts singing because it's just scary how bad Dad is as a singer. But we have some fun with it with the kids. Of course, my youngest daughter, Nora, loves to sing. She's in a kind of like a glee club thing that she's doing her performance on Tuesday night at one of the senior centers in town where we are.
Very nice.
And of course, she's going to do a solo act in the talent competition at her school on the last day of school, which I'm so proud of her. Just watching her grow as a singer and just being confident enough to go out there and do an audition by herself. No classmates or anything else. Like, no, I'm going to sing by myself, Dad. I'm like, okay.
Pretty impressive.
So I'll definitely be there in attendance and have the video camera up and try not to embarrass her.
So here we go for the bottom of the 5th inning. Hawks still out on the mound for the Kitchener Panthers. Tristan Osika batting in the 9th spot. Going to lead things off here.
Looks like we got double barrel activity in the Panthers bullpen, and we have somebody warming up. Is that Corbin Peters down in the Cardinals dugout, if I'm not mistaken?
Getting close to about that time here as we get near to the 6th inning. Tristan Osika swings and misses that one low. It's 1-1 now. Osika averaged just under 200 so far this season. Hasn't appeared in too many games. 25 at bats. Still just getting started, probably getting in the groove. As this one's hit up the middle, and that's going to drop for a base hit. There you go.
Tristan Osika with a leadoff single to start the home half of the 5th inning as the Cardinals looking to scrape away at this lead. And once again, the Panthers have put up at a 5-3.
Nice little blooper there from Osika to get things going here with nobody out. And back to the top of the lineup. And the shortstop, Charlie Towers.
I would not be surprised to see Towers square and bunt here as they're just trying to get the runner in scoring position. Let somebody else pick the runner up here and bring it home.
Certainly could be this case given the score.
Look where the third
Osika
baseman is already standing in on the edge of the grass here.
Osika looking for the sign again. He wanted to see it. First pitch strike from Hawk on Charlie Towers. A good pitch on the outside half.
Towers 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to the second baseman. 4-3 in the 3rd inning. 2 bats here in the 5th. Throw over. Osika back safely. Hawk trying to keep Osika from getting too much of a lead here. Give his defense, if it is a bunt attempt, a chance to get the lead runner.
So Osika bumping his average up a little bit with that last hit. The 222 as another strike is called on Towers.
Well, the bunt's no longer an option here. Towers is going to have to hit one through a hole here or hit it through the right side here and let them move this runner over.
Now the 0-2 from Hawk. Gets a piece of that one, just enough to stay alive as it hits the home plate umpire. And he's a little bit shaken up. He'll have a breather here. Looks to be okay, but going to have to walk it off.
Trainer coming out halfway to make sure he's all right. And Chris Walters will wear the badge with honor once again.
Looked like he was kind of signaling to his stomach there. Might have caught him in the gut.
Probably just knocked the wind out of him a little bit. Christian Hawk had 70 pitches on the nose right now through 4 innings. 45 strikes, 25 balls. As Hawk will toe the rubber once again here with an 0-2 count.
So now an 0-2 count on Towers as he fouls off that last pitch. 0-2 again. This one's high chopper into the infield. The shortstop charging in, and he's going to fumble it. So that'll likely be an error charge to the shortstop.
E6 will be the play as a official score nods in agreement as we looked over.
Had that taken one more hop and been a little bit tricky, it might have been ruled an infield single, but he read it pretty well and was able to charge it and catch it in the air.
Yeah, but Gonzalez just looked like he bobbled it out of his hand. He was trying to get it out in a hurry and didn't realize, oh, okay, I've got a few more steps here, and it bobbled out of his glove and landed on the ground.
So you saw the Cardinals back in that second inning get a bit of a bad bounce, which resulted in a few runs coming in for Kitchener. We'll see if this bounce here for them flips the script and is able to help them get back into the ball game, as they got the right guy at the plate right now in Clayton Keys. I guess the only person better would be Bernardo at this point.
Yep, and I don't think the Panthers want to face either of those guys, to be honest with you, in this situation.
They would love to get out of it before then, but nobody out here with runners on first and second. Keys would love to put one in play. Now the 1-0. It was a breaking ball that Keys waited for, and it just went off the end of the bat.
I'd like the vowel, please. Keys is 19 for 52 on the season. 365 average, 1 home runs, 12 RBIs. Been a great addition to the Cardinals lineup and a stalwart in the second spot in the order. There's an opportunity here to do some more damage.
Keys resets as he awaits the 1-1. That one just misses the zone on the outside. We've seen that pitch called for a strike a few times, I think, on Keys today.
I think
Barry
didn't do a good enough job of framing that one, and Chris Walters wasn't going to just give it to him.
Now the 2-1. Good job by Keys to lay off that one up and outside. Now 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll see if he's got the green light here. He's going to try and get the walk. I think he might be sitting on a fastball or something like that here.
Keys batting .500 on the season with runners in scoring position. 1 home run, 12 RBIs.
Here comes 3-1 from Hawk. And he takes a strike on the inside half. A good pitch there. Was not the one that he wanted to swing at. That would have been probably a broken bat or something like that.
Exactly. 3-1, you should use your option. Your manager will give you the take. Hey, if you see something you like, go ahead and swing at it. But if you're going to lay off it.
So now the payoff pitch from Hawk. That one taken on the inside, and that one was a little bit further inside than the previous pitch. Thought maybe it was off the plate, and Keys certainly thinks so himself. But that's strike 3
did
call.
a good job of framing that one after we missed the one earlier in the count there.
Keys has to be careful a little bit here. He doesn't want to get thrown out of this game.
That'll bring up Tyler Duncan, who's reached on a fielder's choice and reached on an error. So far, he's got a run scored. As we mentioned a few times, a pair of home runs last night, upping his home run total to 3 on the season.
Yeah, it's still okay here. 1 away and a couple runners on for Tyler Duncan, another good hitter at the plate for Hamilton. Breaking ball outside, throw over to second, trying to catch Osika on his secondary lead. Not a bad idea from the catcher Ibarra. He's got the arm to do it, so no surprise. Corbin Peters looks to be fully warmed up in case they need him in this next half inning. Tyler Duncan awaits the 1-0. Got another breaking ball. This one does find the zone, even at 1-1.
Christian Hawk just seems to be much more settled in than he was in the first couple of innings here. It's one of those guys that gets better as the game goes longer.
Yeah, I think we've seen that from both pitchers today. Now the 1-1. Duncan fouls that one off softly to the left side. A ball and 2 strikes on him now.
Duncan, who's batting .280 on the season, has, like we mentioned, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs now on the season.
Keys and Duncan maybe just getting out of the way so Bernardo can come up to the plate and get these guys home.
Exactly. We're going to let Luis do it again today.
Of course, 2 RBIs to his name, 1 on the sacrifice fly and another hit as well.
You definitely got to keep Luis Bernardo in that MVP talk anyways in the first half of the season or the first quarter of the season, as most teams will now have played 14 games.
Duncan hits the 1-2 up the middle. That's going to take a big hop and get through for a base hit. Here comes Tristan Osika to the plate. He's going to get there easily. Throw to third. Not in time to get Charlie Towers as he slides in heads first. So an RBI single for Tyler Duncan as he's able to get to second base actually on that with the throw over to third.
Great job by Duncan to read that play. He saw the ball going to third. He took off to second and gets in there safely.
Yeah, we've seen a few examples of his excellent base running today already.
As Towers with the face first slide into third to draw the throw.
Duncan so big and tall, his long strides able to get him across the diamond pretty quickly.
Indeed. Looks like we got a mound visit happening here as Panthers manager Bill Matich is making his way out here. That might be it for Christian Hawk in this situation.
Might be.
Yep, that is. He's going to make the call here. And Christian Hawk's afternoon is done here.
A little bit of a conversation with one of the umpires. I'm not sure what that was about, but
not sure if that was they were talking. I thought he was making the call for the pitcher, but I don't think maybe they're looking just on the play here. Well, it looks like we still got Hawk still out there.
Yeah, it looks like he might
Matisse
stay
was just
in the
pointing
game.
at something about what the call was on the base pass, maybe.
Catcher Rivera smiling, so obviously nothing too serious.
Nope. I think Matisse just went out here to have a conversation with the umpires, and Tyler Lawrence is warming up down in the bullpen. Luis Bernardo will be the batter here to face Christian Hawk.
This is exactly the guy the Cardinals want at the plate right now. He's already got 2 RBIs, and there you go, intentional walk to load the bases. No surprise there, especially.
Maybe that's what the signal was. They were intentionally walking this guy.
I think so.
But we're going to have a conversation anyways.
Yeah, so you're not surprised to see that. To put the force back on here with 1 out, try and get a double play, something like
exactly. And it takes the bat out of Bernardo's hands here, and well, it's probably the lesser of two evils to have him at first base.
For sure. Niles a good hitter, but it's kind of a no-brainer to put Luis Bernardo on there.
The way Bernardo's been hitting the baseball, you have to put him on base.
See if the Hamilton Cardinals can take advantage here with 1 out, and now the base is loaded for the first baseman, Josh Niles, as he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Huge opportunity for Hamilton here. Now trailing by just a run, 5-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Niles smacks one to right field. Jarvis headed back. He's going to make the catch on the warning track. Trips a little bit, but that'll be deep enough to score the runner. And Tyler Duncan moves to third. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game, Neil.
We do. Josh Niles with a sacrifice fly and the RBI. We got a 5-5 ball game here in the 5th inning.
Big comeback for the Cardinals. They were trailing 5-1 after that top half of the second where things got out of hand a little bit, but they've slowly chipped away at that lead, and now 2 runs here in the 5th to even it up.
Definitely, in fact, the Cardinals, this offense knows they're never out of any ball game. It doesn't matter what the score is. Hey, they just kept chipping away. They kept hammering those rocks, to borrow a phrase here on.
Danny Berg at the plate, swings and misses that one upstairs. This is certainly the type of the game we were kind of expecting coming into today.
Exactly. You have 2 offenses and 2 decent pitchers on the hill as well. So, runs are being at a premium anyways, but hard to contain these offenses.
Strike 2 now on Danny Berg.
Berg 0 for 2 in the contest. He's got a ground out to second base and a strikeout looking his last time up.
Berg 2 RBIs to his name this year. Looking to add 1 more if he can get a base hit. Take the lead for the Cardinals. They've trailed this entire game up until this point. As that one's hit on the ground at first base, a nice diving stop by Parsons. He's had a nice day defensively, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs do come in for Hamilton. We got a tie game, 5-5 as we head to the 6th inning. Here on Cable 14, we're live with the Hamilton Cardinals taking on the visiting Kitchener Panthers.
Nick Parsons saved at least a run there, if not 2, with that diving stop. The Cardinals do even this ball game up in the home half of the 5th inning.
So another game going on here on the field. We got the tire race, thanks to the good folks at McPhail's Auto Service.
3 tires, 3 contestants by the looks of it.
Yeah, typically we just get a 1-on-1, but we're getting a 1v1v1 here.
Yes.
3 young fans.
So what do you got this time?
I'm thinking I like White Tire's chances.
Like White Tire's chances?
Yeah.
Red's got a little bit of a divot. He's going to have to push it through here, so I don't know if he's got a disadvantage or not.
Oh, yellow takes a little bit of lead. Red coming in hot on the inside. Looks like he's going to take this one. Oh, no, they're going to say yellow.
Yellow wins.
Oh, we were both dead wrong. Would have lost our money.
Yep. Great job by the youngsters out there to have some fun on a Sunday afternoon rolling those tires.
Should have known the Hawaiian shirt. Should have known that he was
known
going to take that one.
Can't bet against a flying Hawaiian in any sport. That's for sure.
Your challenge today is fundamentally the baseball from Cardinals players and coaches. Sign up today at cardinalscamp.ca.
Corbin Peters will take over on the mound for the Cardinals here.
Peters, an excellent reliever for the Cardinals. Throws very hard fastball, and I think we'll see lots of that. They're going to get a steady diet of those fastballs. Also has a nice curve. Peters so far this season has pitched 13 1/3 innings in 6 games, 15 strikeouts in those 13 innings. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 save, 2.70 ERA, and a .260 batting average against. Pretty solid numbers from him. He was a good piece that was added to the team last year, and he's going to be a staple in this lineup and in the bullpen to come this season.
He definitely will. He's been fitting in well in that 6th inning role, 6th, 7th inning role. Of course, you have Duncan McLaughlin out there. You have Streff and Strecker that work behind him as well. So, and you have Alex Lanigan out there too. So you got 4 pieces that can definitely rotate through here for the Cardinals in the bullpen. And once, like we've mentioned before, once Jose Fernandez gets here too, that's just another level.
Yeah.
Of, I don't know, next level, guys, as far as probably the strongest bullpen in the IBL.
Yeah, you've got 3 guys who you could really consider closers in Strecker and Fernandez, and Peters, of course, has done that a few times.
As Eric Martin will lead things off, he fouls the first offering he sees away here.
That one pretty close to the glove, just a little bit short of McLovin.
One of these days, McLaughlin's going to make a catch.
Yep.
Well, the first time I saw it, I thought it had like a slide or something to it, but no, it's just a giant glove with the ball in it. Probably a good thing it doesn't. Good thing it's not a jumpy counter or a bouncy counter.
I was going to say, a bouncy castle there.
Well, thankfully, it's not, because those things are dangerous. I've seen too many kids, including my daughter, get plunked off one of those things.
Peters gets him the fan on one now. He's ahead 0-2 on Martin. Martin 0 for 2 today. Now the 0-2 from Corbin Peters. Just a little bit high and outside for ball 1. Now the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Corbin Peters gets him looking, and there's one away. You might have heard in the distance there a little gun go off. We got a track and field meet.
Oh, okay, that's what that was. I was going on. We had the Law and Order soundtrack going here, but I didn't think there was a shotgun or anything in the back there. A Stars pistol going off in the zone.
All right, pitcher.
The Mohawk Sports Complex getting a full workout here, that's for sure, on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, full parking lot to say the least. The streets lined with cars.
When I came in here this earlier, I was like, I got here at 11:30 going, why is the parking lot full? I think I figured there was that many people here already waiting for the baseball game, and they saw behind us, okay, there's a track and field meet going on. It makes sense now.
Yeah, it happens quite a lot here. We've also got an Australian rules football field in center. Not something you see at all the ballparks.
Yeah, that's definitely not for Chase.
Peters ahead 0-1 as he fires one outside to even the count at a ball and a strike.
Of course, when the Stratford Hillers were in the league, probably well before your time there, Mr. Jarrett, they have a golf course in right field. So you forever hit baseballs into the, I don't know if it's the 9th hole or whatever hole it was out there, but forever getting games delayed because the golf balls were coming over the field.
You ever get the opposite? Yeah, a golf ball's coming in? Yeah.
All the time. Stephen Whalen fouls that one off. The count is 1-2. Whalen has got 0-1 on the day. He did walk and score a run in the third, or sorry, in the second inning. He struck out swinging in the third.
So a 1-2 count on Whalen now as Peter gets ready to deliver. And that one nearly hits him. Good job by Whalen to get out of the way. Probably wishing he hadn't.
Oh, 6 of one, half of the other. Do you really want another? You want the base that desperately, or I'm guessing if you're trying to play team first, yeah, I'll take the base. But personally wise, I don't want to get hit by a baseball.
Yeah,
not from
especially
Gordon
when
Peters.
it's low down there at the ankle level.
Yep.
It's not a lot of meat there to work with.
It's definitely going to hurt for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You're going to wake up tomorrow with a giant welt there. And hopefully not the Rawlings logo on your leg.
Yeah, he's wearing that shin pad on his lead leg.
See? He's wearing exactly what you got on your leg. See that? Right there, buddy. Here comes the pitch.
So stealing with Stephen Whalen resets as he's got a 2-2 count here with the bases empty and one away.
Hit it!
He flips it the other way, but it's foul. Back behind the plate, as there's the sound effect.
There's that sound effect. Hopefully my fiance is not in a car somewhere listening to the ball game right now. Hopefully she's at her parents in Dundas celebrating Father's Day with her side of the family.
Now one just misses on the outside. Corbin Peters liked it. We saw Corbin Peters last Sunday get pretty fired up in the game against Welland. He was having a real shout as he struck out a couple of batters. We'll see if we get that side of him today, as we had a tight ball game, as this one's hit hard on the ground to Towers. A good block, throw over to first in time. Excellent play from the shortstop, Charlie Towers. That was a very hard hit ball at him.
Great job by Towers to stay with that one. He double-checked the glove as he made the stop and trapped it, and they threw across in time to get the out, and there's 2 away here.
It was one of those weird ones. He wasn't going to be able to catch it. He wasn't being able to field it like a ground ball. He just had to hope to contain it and be able to make a play at first, which he did very nicely.
Speaking of the Welland Jackfish, they've taken the lead in the top of the 9th inning now, leading the Guelph Royals 5-3. Like the Jackfish looking to extend that winning streak to 11 to start their season. Of course, they started the season 0-2, losing to both the Panthers and Cardinals.
First pitch breaking ball for a strike from Peters, as there's 2 away and the base is empty.
2 more like that, buddy.
He's made pretty good work so far.
Maple Leafs leading the Red Sox to the top of the 5th inning at Dominico Field, 8-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, Barry Baycats up 3-0 on the London Majors.
On the ground to Osika at second. He'll play it softly over to Niles for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Corbin Peters and the Cardinals as they get another shutout inning. That's 4 in a row now against the Jackfish. Score tied at 5 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Cardinals pitching staff doing another great job of keeping this game close and giving the bats an opportunity to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, anytime you can shut out the Panthers 4 innings in a row, you know you're doing something right, especially this year. They've been absolutely lethal.
They were on such a torrid pace, scoring runs so early in the season, but they've met some hot pitching. They've reached into some other things, maybe a few injuries here and there, some bumps and bruises, and teams will go through this too. It's just like you can't be perfect all the time.
Yep, that's right. So it looks like we're going to get Hawk back out on the mound here.
It looks like he's going back out for one more anyways, as the bullpen activity does continue in the Panthers. 87 pitches to this point, so yeah, more likely he's probably on a pitch count now, or see how far he gets, and if he gets into any trouble, you're going to see that bullpen door swing open and somebody will come down. Well, actually, it's not a door down there. It's just more of like a walk onto the field.
Cardinals, of course, scoring 2 runs in that bottom half of the 5th. One of them partially due to an error made by the shortstop. So not totally on Hawk, but he's been solid overall today. Only given up a couple runs here and there. Been able to contain pretty strong Cardinals offense so far.
Exactly. Because we'll learn a live look at the press box here up in Burning Arbor Stadium. I'm Neil Sherwasto. That's Jarrett Matthews. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. Happy Father's Day once again to all the dads out there. Do appreciate you all tuning in on Cable 14, and thanks to Cable 14 for covering the ball games throughout the season. If you're watching on Rogers TV across the province as well, great to see you. Don't be a stranger. Come out to Burning Arbor, hang out here with Jared and myself, and watch some baseball games in person. Get your tickets on Cardinals Online.
Yeah, lots of fans here today on another beautiful Sunday afternoon. Can't blame them for coming out. See a couple umbrellas here. It's nice and sunny.
Exactly. Sunscreen and umbrella is not a bad thing to do on a Sunday afternoon here.
So we got Dennis DeBanning at the plate to lead it off. He had a solo home run to deep left center field earlier in this ball game.
He struck out 2-3 on the put-out list last time up, and that one misses low for ball 1 here.
I think his home run was the one to make it 5-3. But we've got a tie ball game here. Cardinals one more at bat than their counterpart.
You see the legend getting loose down the line here. Stefan Stricker on the edge out there. I'm not sure what he's holding out there. Maybe he's got the
little rubber stretching band there.
Yeah.
Of course, the big announcement last week coming from him on the broadcast. That will be his final season in the IBL, which is the end of an absolutely legendary career. I'm not sure you can really compare anybody to him.
You can't. You cannot, as far as anything else, at least not in my lifetime. I've been involved actively in the league since 1993, so yeah, I've got a few years on Strecker and everything else, but definitely he's been part of so many memorable moments, first with the Brantford Red Sox and now with the Hamilton Cardinals, and just the elder statesman of the league here, the last of the true guard, of at least my generation anyways. The Sean Rileys and everybody else have gone through there before him. But Stefan Strecker has been the stalwart and betting many tales against the battles, the matchups against the best hitters in the inter-county, and Strecker always somehow prevailed in most of those matchups.
Yeah, certainly not just holding his own, but excelling even last year in 2022. As DeBanning goes down looking for the first out, Hawk with another strikeout. That the 6th strikeout of the day for Christian Hawk.
And that's about Christian Hawk's average here. He'll go 6 innings. He usually gets 6 or 7 strikeouts, and he goes out and gives the Panthers an opportunity to win every ball game they're in when he's on the mound.
So Lane Renault, the third baseman, at the plate now for Hamilton.
Renault 0 for 2 in the contest, hit a laser beam to the left field and one to the center field, but unfortunately both have been caught so far.
First pitch on the outside half called for strike 1. Both pitchers kind of been getting those ones on the outside as long as they're about the right height. He's been calling them strikes.
No question. He's been very fair as far as the calls too on both sides. So
yeah, it's been very even in that one, just a little bit.
Saw Ibarra try to pull that one back in and try to pull the wool over Chris Walters there, but Walters says, "Not today, son. Not today."
Yep. So Hawk settles in. Now a 1-1 count on Lane Renault as he calls time, or tries to, and then he hits the pitch into center field. As Martin able to track that one, he called time and got his hand back on the back quickly. So Lane Renault is retired, and there's 2 away now. Base is empty for Tristan Osika.
That game in Welland is now final. The Jackfish winning their 11th in a row, defeating the Guelph Royals 5-3 here. Those Jackfish are on a roll.
Tristan Osika fouls off the first pitch for strike 1.
Got a random player drop in, say hi, and then exit the ball game here. Not sure what that was all about.
Not sure who it was.
Neither do I. I'm not sure who that was. I know the names. I don't know the faces yet.
Yeah. It's a little bit hard to tell from up here. He's certainly a new guy this year.
Yep.
Tristan Osika now behind 0-1. Takes one in the dirt. Evens it up.
I thought he was going to sit down and have a chat or something, but then he just took off.
And just checking out the scenery up here.
Yeah, maybe wanted to see. I've never been up here, so, popped up, said hi, and that's it. Osika 1 for 2 with a run scored and a single.
This one hit on the ground to the second baseman, Curtis. He's going to play it on the hop over to first in time, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Christian Hawk, as he's doing a good job after staying in the game. Game still tied at 5 runs apiece between Hamilton and Kitchener. Of course, the visiting Panthers have won the last 2 matchups between these 2 teams. Looking to get a third, but Hamilton going to have something to say about that here in the last 3 innings of this one.
I think that definitely, if the longer this game goes in this tied situation, I think the odds will definitely increase for the Cardinals. Of course, you know that bullpen is definitely active and able to throw up some zeros when they need to in a hurry here, with McLaughlin and Strecker and company down there. And the Panthers' bullpen has pretty much come undone and been their downfall in a few ball games this season so far. So we'll have to see how it goes.
And we've seen a couple times so far this year for the Cardinals where they've been in close games, and as soon as that starting pitcher comes out, they're able to start lighting it up.
Of course, we have the traditional hot dog toss to start the 7th inning here. There's Emily and company down there throwing hot dogs to the hungry fans down there. A great crowd once again here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. If you have not made the trip down, we definitely encourage you guys to definitely check this out on a Friday night or a Saturday or Sunday afternoon here. Come out and hang out. Be part of the action here live and in person. Make sure you get your tickets on the Cardinals website.
Yeah, Emily always does a great job. She's full of energy. I think only person that can match her energy is perhaps Superfan down in the front row.
And I think she can give Superfan a run for his money.
Yeah.
course, she does it for so many sports. She does it with the Honey Batters, of course. We're with a member of the Hamilton Ticats dance team. Of course, they were here Friday night, and they put on quite a show. That was great to see, and of course, Emily does stuff with folks, of course, ET Online as well.
Yeah, she's certainly busy.
As Eric's up here again, we got the owner in the box as well now.
Corbin Peters back out on the mound here to start the top of the 7th inning. Game tied at 5 runs apiece. Cardinals trailed 5-1 at one point, have slowly chipped away at that lead and battled back with a home run, a couple rallies. Some great base running from a few different guys, including Tyler Duncan.
Indeed. Well, I think you just felt the momentum switch once Dennis DeBanning hit that solo blast here. It's just like the Cardinals came to play this afternoon and say, yeah, we're going to keep clawing away and find a way to get back in this ballgame. They've tied it up here now. They're just looking for Peters to throw another 0 up here and maybe get the offense the opportunity to take this one and maybe take the lead here.
Yeah, a few more guys warming up in the pen. You got Stefan Stricker as well, typically an 8th or 9th inning guy. But Corbin Peters 3 up, 3 down last inning. We'll see if he can do it again here as he pitches first pitch for a strike to the catcher, Ibarra.
Ibarra 0 for 2 in the contest. He's flown out to right field and grounded out to the third baseman, Renaud, his last time up.
Now the 1-0, a little bit of a check swing, then fouls off. Now 0-2.
Let's go, Cards! Let's go, Cards!
Ibarra followed by Jet Jarvis on the top of the order here for the Panthers in the 7th inning.
So now the 0-2 pitch from Peters. That one fouled back again, count holds.
Indeed it does. Now, if Peters can throw another 0, it's definitely going to bode well for the Cardinals here in the 7th inning. You likely see Hawkins done. So that bullpen is going to swing open for the Panthers here, and they're going to get an opportunity to take the lead if Peters can keep it at this 5-5 score.
Ibarra resets, steps back into the box as he's ready for the 0-2 from Peters. Well, that one's way in front of the plate as it bounces. Looked like it got away from him and checking his footing after that pitch.
Peters up to 18 pitches so far, sort of an inning and a batter so far.
Ibarra resets again.
Put your hands together!
Now the 1-2 from Peters. And that one dropped by the catcher, Bernardo. So count now 2-2. So base is empty, nobody away here for Ibarra. 2-2 count on him.
Rodriguez motioning for Peters to keep this one low. He does just
Now
that,
one
but that just
just
misses. Doesn't get the call from Chris Walters there, and it's now a 3-2 count.
That area has been called a strike a few times, but just a little bit too far off the plate for his liking this time.
Walters is sitting pretty much on over the shoulder of Luis Bernardo here.
Now the payoff. Strike 3 called. He gets him looking that time, and there's one away for Peters. He's pretty fired up.
No discussion whatsoever from Ibarra there as he just took the strikeout. Peters hit the spot, and that's why he got the call.
So now down to Jet Jarvis in the 9 spot.
And that's Peters' second strikeout of the afternoon.
Jarvis 0 for 2 with a strikeout earlier in this game.
Ground out in the 4th inning, 1-3. On that second comebacker.
This one hit hard into center field. Key's going to come in, but not going to get there in time. It's going to be a base hit for Jarvis to flip over the lineup.
Jarvis always dangerous when he gets aboard here in the 9 spot. Has really good wheels himself here, but he always does the job of setting the table for the Panthers. As Blake Jacklin will be the batter now. Jacklin 2 for 2 with a walk, an RBI, and a stolen base. Also got caught stealing that weird rundown play where he hit the dirt as Tristan Ostiki went jumping over top of him.
Jarvis with a decent lead over there at first with the righty. Peters on the mound. He fakes like he's going to go, throw over to first. Great tag by Niles. Good throw from Bernardo. Nearly got Jarvis. Looked like he did get back just in time, though.
Just in time. The base umpire called him safe. He's right there in great position to see that go back into the glove, too.
So the Panthers perhaps looking to generate something here with the game tied. Knowing how good this Cardinals pitching staff is, they're trying to get into scoring position.
They got to make the most of their opportunities when they're handed them, that's for sure. This pitching staff is definitely good at shutting the door when they have to.
This one fouled back by Jacklin. Now the count 1-2.
Yeah.
So now a 1-2 count on Jacklin as Peters delivers. Jarvis heading off to second. This one fouled. He's going to have to head back.
Hit and run was definitely on there as Bill Mattish and company trying to get something going here. Trying to get that runner to second base and in scoring position here with less than 2 away.
Trying to take advantage of the righty on the mound, not being able to see over to first so easily. He's able to get a decent lead, and he's got a great jump on that last pitch. Here comes the 1-2 again. We'll see if he goes. And he won't. This one's fouled back to almost the exact same spot. Count holds again at 1-2.
Well, not for that mesh. Somebody's had a handful of baseballs here so far today.
So now the 1-2 again from Peters to Blake Jacklin. Jarvis over at first. He's going to stay on this one. As time is called, I think must have been by Jacklin there just before the pitch.
I think he just asked for it because he thought Peters was taking a little too long there and making Jarvis wait at the plate so much. So plate umpire Chris Walters granting time just at the last moment there.
So the count's still 1-2, 1 away. Jarvis over at first. Game tied here at 5 in the top of the 7th inning. That one hit on the ground, foul. Count holds again. Jacklin doing a great job of defending that zone right now. A couple foul balls in a row.
Peters and Jacklin definitely embroiled in a blinking contest here to see who's going to blink first. As Jacklin's fouled off 3 pitches in a row here.
Count still 1-2 on him. The pitch from Corbin Peters as Jarvis heads to second. This one hit on the ground softly to the second baseman, Osika. He's going to have a tough play. He flips it with the glove. A very
Great job by Christian Osika on that play, realizing he's not going to have a chance to move it with his arms, so he just tossed the glove in that direction. He gets a high fist pump from Corbin Peters as that one goes back out there.
Just an awesome read by Osika, and you're exactly right. He wasn't going to have time to get it out of his glove and flip it. So he does a nice scoop. That could have ended very badly, but an excellent job to reel it in there.
Osika definitely had that wooden paddle like we used to have as we were infielders. We used to practice with the wooden paddle, just practice getting it off the hands as fast as possible. He just basically made it look like a wooden paddle and flipped it over there.
So Jarvis over at second as he had a good lead. Corbin Peters almost tried to make a play on that ball. It's a good thing he didn't really. As Osika was charging in, which is tough to get to where he's lining up all day today, right on the edge of that grass. He had a long way to go to make the play. First pitch misses outside to Curtis for ball 1. Curtis 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and a run scored. This is a huge spot here for the Cardinals and the Panthers. As they got a runner in scoring position tied here in the 7th. A speedy guy in Jarvis as Towers fakes like he was going to maybe pick him off at second and quickly rushes back over to his position. That foul ball evens the count at 1-1.
Of course, Elliot Curtis, a very good hitter here at the plate, so you got to be very careful if you're Corbin Peters how you pitch to him. Curtis played in the Frontier League last year.
Now the 1-1 from Corbin Peters. Nice breaking ball in the zone. Great pitch.
Curtis didn't like that. He kind of let out an air of exasperation there at the plate as Chris Walters makes that call, but now he finds himself behind the count at 1-2.
Right down the wire, buddy, right down
So now 1-2 count on Curtis. That one just a little bit low. Good block there from the catcher Bernardo to keep it in front of him and hold that runner at second.
Bernardo, if he could have held on to that one, might have got the call there. Chris Walters was looking over him just to make sure if he makes the catches, I might have to punch this one out here. Now the count 2-2.
I don't know, looks like you throw a pitch and throw the same spot.
Bernardo setting up on the outside of the part of the plate again by the looks of it, as they're trying to get Curtis to extend his arms here.
He's telling him to get this pitch up a little bit. Now the 2-2. Strike 3 call right down the middle, and Peters is fired up, and that'll end the inning. Cardinals get out of it without giving up any runs. A nice couple defensive plays on the back end from Osika. This game's still tied at 5 runs apiece as we head to the bottom of the second. We got the 7th inning stretch coming up here at Bernie Arbor Stadium. We'll be right back. Here we're live on Cable 14, Hamilton Cardinals baseball.
Neil.
Jason.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Here we go, everybody. I got my home first today. Here we go. Take me out to the wall. Take me out to the wall.
Lawrence.
Whoa.
I don't care if we ever go back. Hey, no win is a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the Oval game.
I love that.
Welcome back to Bernie Arbor Stadium. I'm Neil Sriwastawa, joined with a special guest here this afternoon. Bottom of the 7th inning, 5-5's your score here at Bernie Arbor Stadium with the Hamilton Cardinals and the Kitchener Panthers. Tyler Lawrence, the new pitcher for the Cardinals, making his first appearance of the season for the Panthers. Cardinals will be sending up the top of the order. Charlie Towers will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as Towers will be the first batter to face Charlie Lawrence. Towers is 0 for 3 in the contest. He did reach on an error in the 5th inning and came around to score. Grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning and struck out in the 1st, as Towers will lead things off here. As the home squad trying to get ahead here in this ball game for the first time.
Charlie Towers. Now on the mound for Kitchener, number 3, Tyler Lawrence.
Towers wears that one inside, and he'll take first base here to start the inning. A hit by pitch. Leadoff man aboard here for the Cardinals. Not the start that Tyler Lawrence envisioned here in the 7th inning, as Clayton Keys will be the batter now.
Stepping up to the plate, the center fielder, number 24, Clayton Keys.
Keys, of course, 0 for 1 in the contest. He got hit by a pitch and walked his first 2 times up, struck out in the 5th inning. Has an opportunity to put a runner in scoring position here as Charlie Towers leads off first base. Lawrence from the stretch almost hits Towers with that one. Or Clayton Keys with that one. Keys, of course, leading the league in hit by pitch. Seems to be a big target up there when he's up to the plate. That one misses inside again, and Lawrence just not finding the strike zone at this stage. Of course, Panthers scoring first in the 1st inning with a solo run. Cardinals came right back in the bottom of the 1st to tie the ball game. Panthers then scored 4 in the 2nd inning, and that's the last time they scored. Cardinals clawing back into this ball game and scoring runs in the 2nd and 3rd inning before tying it in the home half of the 5th inning with a pair of runs. Dennis Day Banning with a solo blast in this contest as well. And Clayton Keys has now got a 2-1 count to him. We'll let our special guest introduce themselves in a second here as Tyler Lawrence throws over the first. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. It's Jason.
How you doing today, Jason?
Oh, pretty good. How are you doing?
Not bad. Lawrence hits that offering in there, is fouled away here, and it's now 2-2. So thanks for joining us in the broadcast this afternoon.
And thanks for having me.
Lawrence will work from the stretch again. 2-2 offering on its way momentarily. Swung on and missed by Keys. He goes down on strikes. We won't repeat what Keys just said, but that's not a nice word, that's for sure. A little frustration amounts there for Clayton Keys, and there's now one away.
Right fielder number 5, Tyler Duncan.
Tyler Duncan will be the batter now. He's 1 for 3 in the contest. Reached on a fielder's choice, reached on an error, had a single and an RBI in the 5th inning.
Go, Tyler!
Duncan, as I mentioned a few times, a pair of home runs last night in the Royal City. I don't know, like I mentioned again, he's throw back over as Duncan goes back. Lawrence being a little cheeky over at first, trying to keep Charlie Towers at bay here. Not sure if Duncan has hit more home runs here or more home runs at Hastings Stadium. I'll have to ask him next time I get a chance to. Ball's thrown outside, pitch out.
Safe. No.
But they're going to get the out call at second base, and Towers is retired. 2-6 on the caught stealing attempt, and there's 2 away now as the Cardinals run themselves off the base path here. Charlie Towers just didn't get a good jump at all on that pitch. And Junior Ibarra throws a strike down to his counterpart, Raul Gonzalez, that shortstop. That's what Ibarra was brought in here to do, cut down runners. And that one's called a strike there to Duncan. The count is 1-1. Fouled away here and just off the screen. Almost got up here into the press box. Caught the lip of the screen and stayed out. Counts now 1-2. Duncan will be followed by Luis Bernardo, who got the intentional pass his last time up. Of course, Bernardo's up to 25 RBIs on the season now. With good reason, they put him on base intentionally. As Duncan crushes this one to right field, you can forget about it. It's long gone. Tyler Duncan with his 3rd home run of the weekend, and the Cardinals now lead this one 6-5. What you see on that pitch, Jason?
Well, it just looked like it was right down the middle, and he got all of that one.
He got all of that one. Yes, he definitely did. A mistake by Lawrence, and Tyler Duncan made him pay. Duncan delivers again, and he gets fist bumps from the dugout as he goes back in there. Cardinals with their first lead of the ball game here at 6-5 in the 7th inning.
Stepping up to the plate, the catcher, number 14, Luis Bernardo.
Well, Luis Bernardo will be the batter now. A sacrifice fly in the 1st inning on RBI. An RBI double in the 3rd and an intentional pass in the 5th now. As Lawrence's first offering to Bernardo goes wide for ball number 1.
Let's go, Luis!
That one's called a strike by the plate umpire, Chris Walters, even the count at 1-1. Ball gets away from the catcher, Ibarra. The count's now 2 balls and a strike. So it's popped in the air here. Ibarra makes the play. He'll make the grab, and the inning's over. Great job by Junior Ibarra to stay with that ball as he caught it against the screen here. Cardinals are retired as we head to the top of the 8th inning, but he does get a run and take the lead. They now lead this one 6-5. We'll be back with the 8th inning after a quick pause.
6-5 for your Cardinals heading to the top of the 8th inning.
No, that's okay. Yeah, Eric just came and got me and said he wanted me to come on. So
Where'd you take it?
oh, it was like right on the. Yeah. A little bit.
I didn't know who you were.
Yeah. No, it was definitely Namath. I thought it went up in the air. I thought it hit me and went right up. And then I look and it was like on the ground, so.
Welcome back, everyone, to Bernie Arbor Stadium. My name is Jarrett Matthews. I'm here with today's starting pitcher for the Hamilton Cardinals, Jason Wilbur. Put in some excellent work today, 5 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 22 batters faced. How are you feeling after that comebacker that hit you in the hip there?
It's a little sore, but it's not too bad.
What were you seeing out there from some of the Panthers batters? Obviously a very lethal offense typically, but what can you tell us about that?
I thought Luis called a great game, as he always does. We were just trying to execute outside fastballs on the left-handed batters, and then we would throw a cutter on the outside corner too, so they would think it was a fastball, and then it would just break away from their bat.
Yeah, doing a very good job, especially against those lefties, getting them to chase as we have Stefan Strecker coming into the game. We mentioned earlier that he's announcing that this is going to be his final season in the IBL after a legendary career. What have you seen from Strecker so far this year, and what can you tell us about him?
Oh, it's unbelievable that he's still playing his 19th season in the IBL. He's a great guy. Actually, I sit beside him in the clubhouse, so we talk quite a bit. He's a great guy. You can bounce ideas off him whenever, and he's just a good clubhouse guy too, and he's a good leader.
Yeah, certainly a good veteran presence in the locker room. A lot of young players on this team, new to the league, and it's good to have someone like him to keep everybody pretty even keel.
Now on the mound for your Cardinals, number 31, Stefan Strecker.
So we've got Raul Gonzalez coming up to lead things off here in the top of the 8th for the Panthers. Hamilton now leading 6-5 thanks to that solo home run by Tyler Duncan, a no-doubter. Tyler hit 2 home runs in yesterday's game, if I'm not mistaken, and he's starting to get things going like he had last season. But yeah, so Strecker coming into this game, he came in a few nights ago and struggled a little bit in that game, but overall he's been super solid this year and last. You mentioned Luis Bernardo behind the plate. He's been a great presence back there. What does he do so well that helps you guys out there on the mound?
Well, he knows the game. I think today I shook off only once, maybe twice. I trust him to call the game. Just even with like his glove location, he pats the ground. If he wants it in the dirt, he sets up a big frame. Just all around, he's just one of the best catchers I've ever thrown to.
Very nice. Seems like he certainly knows what he's doing back there, and at the plate he's doing just as well, if not better.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Strecker is ready to go here, nice and warmed up as the throw over from Bernardo.
Stepping up to the plate, the shortstop, number 18, Raul Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, the righty, 1 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Strecker pretty used to pitching in this 8th inning spot. He has done that this year and quite a few times last year with a very low ERA. He throws the first one in there to strike one on Gonzalez. What have you seen from Gonzalez today in the few times you faced him?
He can swing the bat. I know. Oh,
As he gets plunked there by Strecker, he'll get a board.
I don't exactly remember what I did the whole. I know the last at bat I struck him out. He can swing the bat. He got to hold a couple, but he fouled them off. So that was good. But I don't know what was his first at bat. I don't remember.
What did he do in his first at bat? Flew out to the center fielder, and then struck out. Obviously, that one he gets on base. They'll take it any way they can get it at this point as they trail by 1 run. Now Parsons up, batting in the 4 spot today, fouls off the first pitch. Strecker with that sidearm relief. What's that like to try and hit against for pitchers? It's certainly different after they're facing you and Peters, especially with the hot fastball, and then they come in to face Strecker. It's got to be a interesting change of pace.
Yeah, it's just a different arm angle, and you can see the ball, how it moves. It kind of looks like a changeup every time by the way it
As Lane Renault,
dives down like that.
the third baseman, flips it over to Asika, and they make the double play. As you mentioned, it's hard to get to those pitches and really connect on them, and he gets them to ground out there.
Yeah,
and
that's
they
what he
get out
does.
of
He
a-
just causes weak contact. They roll over on it.
Yeah, definitely a good ground ball pitcher, as there's quickly 2 away for Eric Martin. Martin hitless today with 2 strikeouts as well. Typically a very good hitter, though. 308 average on the year. Strecker first pitch just misses the zone. Strecker can make quick work of Martin. We'll probably see him come back out for the 9th. Now the 1-0. That one misses the zone again. 2 pretty good pitches, but not in the zone. 2-0 now. That one does find the zone now. 2-1 on Martin. Strecker working quickly here. The 2-1 hit on the ground to the shortstop, Charlie Towers, behind second. Throw over to first. Nice stretch over there at first. Josh Niles, 3 up, 3 down for Stefan Strecker as he's a little bit shaken up there. The Cardinals still lead 6-5 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching Hamilton Cardinals baseball live on Cable 14, and we're here with Jason Wilbur, the starting pitcher for Hamilton today. Had a good outing, and thanks so much for coming up here and talking to us, and good luck in your next start.
Thank you guys for
Great
having
job
me.
today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good to meet you.
This is your last call, and last call to get yours. This is also the last call for 50-50. Head out to the concourse here for the cancer assist program. Yeah, you are taking.
They can check out our Instagram story to see our winner for tonight's check-in to win. Make sure you keep tagging us in those awesome new photos from today's day.
Eric just texted me. He brings some of them up from the update. Here's the heads up. What? No problem. I was going to say hi more to Jason. Eric's like, man, it's a note or something. This is Jason. This is Jason. Here we go. Great, Jason. Thanks for popping up. Heck are you? First and last name, sorry. Yeah. All right, so Eric's going to go in there. Not sure if Stryker's going back out because he's kind of.
Number 14, Nathan Laird.
Yeah, that was great to hear from the starting pitcher today. Not every day on the broadcast you get to hear from somebody who's actually played in the game.
Well, exactly. Usually it's just like somebody on the bench comes up or says hi, like Stefan Strecker was up Friday night, and really great to talk to him and everything else. And Jason Wilbur seems like he's a little nervous to be on the microphone, but forgot to say hi to Mom and Dad too. So, Mom, Dad, take it easy on him on the way home there. So, But yeah, it's nice to have the starting pitcher come up and just say how he felt after he pitched today against Gordon. Pretty much a roster that's probably the best one that goes. Most difficult offensive guys to face against. They handled themselves pretty well. He had 7 strikeouts on the afternoon.
Yeah, a couple,
allowing 5 runs.
Couple innings with multiple strikeouts as well. I think he struck out the side once actually. Also, it's glad to see that he's all right after being drilled in the side as well by a comebacker.
Like he was mentioning, he said he thought it was going in the air, so he wasn't even looking at it. He just got him right in the stomach. It was like, ouch.
And he agreed with us that he thought the guy was out at first base. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
Yeah.
We got another live look from the press box up here at Bernie Arbor Stadium as we get back to the action here.
As soon as I came off the mic there, I said to our PA announcer Josh, I was calling a Tyler Duncan walk-off, and he didn't wait till the 9th inning.
No, he didn't wait till the 9th. There you go.
He smacked one, a no-doubter to right field as Josh Niles takes the plate here.
Takes strike 1 on the outside part of the plate as Chris Walters, the plate umpire on the action this afternoon. Of course, like you said, Panthers had an early 5-1 lead here, but the Cardinals stormed right back and kicked and clawed their way back into this ball game, and now lead this one 6-5. It's great to see a guy like Tyler Duncan starting to heat up here in the mid-season as we get to the middle part of this season here. He was off to a slow start. Dennis DeBanning was off to a slow start. Both guys have been hitting the long ball this afternoon.
Yeah, Duncan now 3 home runs in his last 2 games, and he'll probably still get another chance at the plate today.
Quite potentially, yes, if this game goes a little long, if the offense can get the sticks turned over here. As Niles has a 2-1 count to him, as Laird works from the stretch again. Looks in from the sign for Mavira. 2-1 pitch will be on its way momentarily here. As Niles clenches this one down the left field line, cut off on a bounce here by Jacklin. The throw will keep Niles at first as Blake Jacklin got to that one in a hurry. That speedster out there in left field cut it down in a hurry. And a slower outfielder probably would have had a heck of a time, and Niles are probably standing at second base now.
It's a very smart play by the left fielder Jacklin to hold him at first with the throw. Certainly being down by a run already, you can't afford to give up another one and have the Cardinals extending their lead with a guy in scoring position.
Well, of course, you got nobody. Looks like it's going to be Stefan Strucker's game to go here in the 9th inning, but yes, there's definitely opportunities down there. If you're the Panthers, you don't want to give them any more insurance runs than you have to here with Strucker on the hill.
Showing bunt, and it's a pretty decent one there by Berg as it's in the dirt. Not going to be able to be scooped. Niles thought for a second that he was going to head to third if that ball got into the outfield, but smart play there.
Likely to be scored a fielder's choice and no error, just a fielder's choice. And Danny Berg does his job. He tried to move the runner, but reaches on board on the fielder's choice as well. So the pitcher tried to field that one. Laird tried to throw a strike, but Gonzalez at second base was unable to field that one as the shortstop.
Yeah, it's hard to blame Laird there trying to go for the lead runner, especially with the force still on. But it was just a well-placed bunt there by Berg. It's going to be a tough play no matter where he went. Dennis DeBanning at the plate now, already homered earlier. He would love to do it again and really give the Cardinals a cushion.
Any insurance runs would be huge here. Of course, the Panthers are definitely deadly. Of course, we don't have to talk much more about what they've done with runners in scoring positions and runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the situations so far this season as well.
Yep. Dennis DeBanning now. Fans on one. The curveball looked like a 12-6 there from Laird.
DeBanning hit the home run in the 2nd inning, and they struck out in the 4th and the 6th inning so far. 1 for 3 on the contest, and that has an 0-2 count here from Nathan Laird. Gets DeBanning on strikes, and Laird hits another strikeout here. 1 away.
A little bit of frustration there from DeBanning as he strikes out again, especially with a couple of runners on and nobody out. He would have loved to at least put the ball in play and advance those runners.
Exactly. Goes Nathan Laird on the season, a 1.29 ERA, 7 innings pitched. Now 6 strikeouts on the season. He's been pretty shut out and pretty shut down for the Panthers so far this year. Again, thank you so much for tuning in on Cable 14. And of course, the Rogers Network has also picked up the ball game this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching on your Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Feels like it's a Saturday, though.
And there you go.
Away from Ibarra here. And Josh Niles will move up 90 feet here. Now runners on the corners with one away.
Lane Renault smacks one into right center field. Looks like that's going to drop, and it will. It takes one hop, two hops, couple on the warning track. One run's going to come in. Niles followed by Danny Berg, who laid down that bunt, and he's going to score as well. Great hit there by Lane Renault. Huge insurance runs from him.
That's a big clutch hit by Lane Renault here, and now the Cardinals increased the lead here by a pair of runs and make it 8-5 here. As Tristan Osika will be the batter now.
I'm sure they'll get some thanks from Stefan Strecker, who's going to have to go out there and try and hold this lead.
Yep. Looks like we got double barrel activity in the Panthers bullpen now. Well, maybe not. There was just somebody else just stretching down there. But there's somebody else getting loose down in the Panthers bullpen. No activity in the Cardinals, so it's definitely going to be Stefan Strecker to start the ninth. As Osika takes ball number one low here in the count, it's 1-0. Give Renault the 2 RBI double here. That catches both Berg and Josh Niles.
That pitch taken on the outside for ball 2 by Osika. Still just one away for the Cardinals here.
Still an opportunity to do some more damage. As Osika swings and misses at that pitch to even the count at 2-2. Sorry, 2-1. Osika 1 for 3 in the contest. A single, a run scored, grounded up to the second baseman, and grounded up to third so far. So he swings and misses that one. Now it's 2-2.
That one fouled straight back into the mask of the catcher. Barry is a little bit shaken up, but Tristan Osika checking on him, make sure he's all right.
Osika's checking on him, and the plate umpire going out to have a chat with Nathan Laird, giving Ibarra just a few more seconds to collect his thoughts. That one looks like it went off the chin strap of the mask here.
Hamilton out hitting Kitchener 7-6 so far in this ball game. 2 errors committed by the Panthers, just 1 for Hamilton. Of course, 2 home runs, probably the big difference in this game.
It definitely is. It's just, well, of course, the Duncan home run was, of course, the tiebreaker. Gave the Cardinals their first lead of the ball game.
And the Lane Renault one, just now the double off the wall. That one nearly hits Osika. He made no effort to get out of the way of that ball.
He didn't. He was like, if it's going to hit me, it's going to hit me. I'm not going to get out of the way of this one. I'll take my base gladly. That was definitely an off-speed pitch. It just got into the hands of Laird and didn't slip where he wanted it to.
Full count on Osika, the pitch from Laird. This one's hit high and deep to right. Jarvis moving back, and it's gone. A home run. Tristan Osika absolutely golfed that one out of here.
He got all of that one. I thought it was like a golf shot. I thought it was going to stay in the park, but it just kept carrying.
That was a towering shot. Did not think that was going to get out at first. It just kept going and going and going.
Exactly.
I thought it was probably going to drop for a double or something like that in the corner, but he'll take it, a home run.
Cardinals now leading this one 10-5 here as the offense is definitely going on all cylinders here in the 8th inning.
Osika's first home run of the year. I recall him hitting one last year, a walk-off home run. I think it was against, might have been against Guelph, and same thing, right field.
Yeah, I remember that game. That was the game that the somebody got ejected on the play, actually, at the plate.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a walk-off home run for Osika.
Hit that one off Andrew Case, the former New Hampshire Fisher Cat.
So
And
now
there's the horn, the siren going in full tilt.
top of the lineup now. Charlie Towers, the shortstop, batting. Now the Cardinals up 10-5. Really, the scoreline doesn't do this game justice, but Hamilton Cardinals just taking a hold of it here in the bottom half of the 8th.
And this is what they did to the Barrie Baycats a few weeks ago, too. They got to the 8th inning, and Baycats just ran out of gas. And same thing happened here with the Panthers by the looks of it.
Yeah, I more or less called this happening where the starter comes in and pitches 6 or 7 pretty strong innings, and then as soon as
we got to that bullpen, it was all over.
Yep, they're able to just get on them and light them up.
And that's probably what Mike Bulmer's going to be doing with the Panthers, is just looking for somebody to shore up this bullpen here. The second half, the starters can get them into 4 or 5, 6 innings here, but after that, they got to definitely find somebody else to step up here and who's able to throw strikes and get outs.
That one nearly hits Towers. He just able to back out of the way in time. Still only 1 out. Bases empty for Towers. Cardinals not done yet.
Yeah, there's just 1 away, and they've already scored 4 in this inning.
Towers
hits that one down there and
into the bleachers. Luckily nobody hit there, but he was so early on that one, he just absolutely hammered it foul.
Sounded like the person with the umbrella didn't quite see that one coming at them and realized it was behind them. Two pitch to Orsika from Laird will be momentarily here.
This one hit on the ground to the right side. It's nearly going to get through, but Towers just going to get thrown out by Curtis. A nice play by the second baseman, ranging very far to his left. Able to throw it over to Parsons at first to record the second out.
Of course, Elliot Curtis now over at second base with the addition of Marcel Lacatz. He was, of course, playing third base for most of the first part of the season before leaving with an injury. So he went diving back in a game at Christie Pitts. You got a runner at third base, and he kind of, I don't know if he just got bumped up and bruised, got lots of abrasions on his arms and knees and whatever else. Apparently also twisted his knee a little bit too, so missed some action.
Clayton Keys at the plate now. He's hitless today. One of the only Cardinals without a hit. Struck out in his last at bat twice today. He's had a few chances with some runners on, but hasn't been able to take advantage. But he's looking to get a hit here now. He was hit by a pitch and has walked as well today. So reached base twice. He was nearly hit again in his last at bat.
Yep. I don't know if he's got a big bullseye on his back he doesn't know about or what, but he definitely draws the pitches to him.
This one hit high down the line. And it looks like it's going to land foul. And it will. I was waiting for that to be a home run as well. That looks so similar to Tristan Osika's hit.
Osika just got a hold of that one and just kept carrying for some reason. There's no wind here today either, so I don't know what he got it up into, but it just kind of kept carrying.
Yeah, it looked like maybe an 8 or a 9 iron.
Yep. Definitely got a career ahead of him once he's done with baseball.
Clayton Keys ahead 2-1 in the count. Takes one right down the middle. That would have been a good pitch to hit, and he's kicking himself a little bit there.
Of course, last time up he was not too happy with his outcome there, and he said some words on his way back to the dugout. We don't want to repeat the youngsters repeating around here. It was out of frustration, kid, so.
Now the 2-2 from Laird. That one high, taken by Keys, full count. And he strikes out for the 3rd time today. That'll end the inning. 4 runs come in. Home run by Tyler Duncan. Home run by Tristan Osika. Your Cardinals lead 10-5 now over the Kitchener Panthers. We're here live on Cable 14. You're watching the Hamilton Cardinals baseball. We'll be back for the top half of the 9th in just a few moments.
All right, fans, we've got tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number. Ticket number B147. Congratulations, B1047. You are going home tonight with $440 Please contact the Cancer Assistance Program to collect your prize.
The Hamilton Cardinals' next home game is Friday, June 23rd, as we take on the visiting London Majors at 7:35 p.m. Get your tickets for the game through Ticketmaster or at the box office. Stick around after the final out to find out.
It's on you if you did.
Hamilton Cardinals player of the game, brought to you by Acura of Hamilton.
Once again, fans, the winning 50-50 number is B1047.
Welcome back here to Bernie Arbor Memorial Stadium. I'm Jarrett Matthews here with Neil Sriwastawa, and we had a very close game for the majority of today. Hamilton Cardinals actually trailed 5-1 at one point and slowly chipped away, tying the game at 5. And then just now in the bottom of the 8th inning, kind of ran away with it. A couple home runs by Tyler Duncan and Tristan Osika. Certainly changed the outlook of this game, and now Stefan Strecker has the chance with a lot of room to breathe here to try and close out this game.
Exactly. The unconventional save opportunity for Strecker as he entered the ball game with a 6-5 lead. Now he has a few more extra runs to work with here, and it's now 10-5.
I believe it would be Corbin Peters in line for the win.
He would. Mr. Peters will get the win if everything holds away here. Whalen fouls the first offering away here from Stefan Strecker.
Whalen with a little bit of an unconventional batting stance, but he's leaning right over that zone.
He's probably trying to take it away here so Strecker can't throw it inside. So he swings and misses at that second offering from Strecker. And now on the ropes at 0-2. Well, and of course, only reached on a walk so far this afternoon. He has scored a run. He struck out and he grounded it 6-3. His other two opportunities. Panthers bats were loud in the first couple innings, but have been awful quiet since then. Credit to this Cardinals pitching staff. It just gone up there and consistently thrown zeros all afternoon as Whalen goes down on strikes for out number 1.
You're exactly right, Neil. 1 run in the first, 4 in the second inning off of Wilbur. After that, nothing. Zeros all around. And yeah, you're exactly right. You got to credit the Hamilton's Cardinals pitching staff. Just shut them down.
They just went collectively say, yeah, that's it. That's all they're getting. We're going to give them 5, and that's it. If you guys can score 6, you're going to win this ball game. The Strecker mitches with ball 1 here to Marcel Lacasse. Swing and a miss. Lacasse is down. Now even the count at 1-1.
Strecker looking very comfortable out there.
Well, I was joking up here on Friday night. It takes him a little longer to get loose. That's why you'll see him get up in the 6th inning just for the 8th. You know, he's got some years on him. Of course, he's also a vice principal in the education systems as well. Of course, a great Father's Day picture of him and his kids on the media marketing, the social media this afternoon. Well, great job by the social media team.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great.
This one's flared into center field. Keys and company are not going to get to. Well, they are going to get to that one. No, maybe they didn't get to it. It bounced in there, and
I think the wind kind of blew that one over. They both kind of converged near that Life Lab sign. It actually ended up overrunning it in left field there. Danny Berg had to try and go back over his shoulder, but not able to make the play. It's a double.
Catcher, number 48.
Double for Marcel Lacasse, and the Panthers got some signs of life here in the 9th inning.
So Lacasse over there at second, and that'll bring up Ibarra, the catcher, who's hitless today with a strikeout. Strecker just looking to put the ball in play here, not doing anything too crazy.
The runner at second base means nothing. So right now, if you're the infield, you just, hey, you're going across the diamond anyways.
Yeah.
Make the play.
Already got one out, played a first.
That's how they'll position themselves here as well. So Ibarra chops this one foul. Renault takes a few steps and then thinks about it and then stops, puts the brakes on. And the count is 1-1. That kind of sounds like one of my dogs, but I'm not sure. Not sure if Winnie and Ren are in the ballpark in attendance yet or not, but I know they made the trek to drop off Dad.
That one just fouled down the third base line. Lane Renault wouldn't have had a chance on that if it was fair.
Of course, the Parrott family, my better half's family, all gathering in Dundas this afternoon for Father's Day. So if you guys are still watching, I hope everybody saved me something from the barbecue or whatever else was going on.
That one just misses the outside of the zone.
So what you get your dad for Father's Day?
Well, my brother came in here today. Today's his first time watching a Hamilton Cardinals game, so
awesome.
Came here, got a couple of drinks, alcoholic beverages for his dad, and that one is a comebacker right to Stefan Strecker. An excellent play. Luckily, he's all right. That could have been very bad.
That could be very bad. Strecker's going to take a couple of breathers here, and Bernardo's going to come out and have a little chat too, maybe a little laugh to make sure he's okay. And
I'm sure he's feeling that in his hand right now.
Yeah.
23, Jet Jarvis.
Way to go, buddy!
Yeah, you see Strecker kind of laughing out there. Chris Walters probably said something back out to him. Is he okay over there, old man?
Yeah, he was ready to make a play on that as well. He turned and looked over to third. He was hoping.
That's a line drive to one for out number 2 here in the 9th inning, as Jet Jarvis will be the batter.
Cardinals now just 1 out away from securing this victory and improving their record to 9-6 on the season and
taking 4th place away from the Panthers.
Yep, taking a 1-game lead on them if they can close it out here. Strike 2 as he gets them to swing and miss at 1. That's Jarvis at the plate.
Well, you followed this team for a few years, and you went through the struggles last year where they won that awful losing streak. Did you expect this year the turnaround to be as good as it has been so far?
Well, we saw a lot of good signings in the offseason, and you expected some improvement, but I think we're even further ahead in this.
Well, I think when you and I talked in the
rebrand,
when you and I talked in the offseason, we were thinking, okay, realistically, you're going to be fighting for 4, fighting for 5, 6, somewhere in there.
Who are you?
We didn't expect the London Majors to be where they are right now. Of course, they've been struggling. Their pitching staff just not getting the job done. It looks like they're not getting it done again to this afternoon as well. So I think you're going to see some changes in London soon.
This one's hit on the ground to the second baseman, Osika. He'll throw over to first in time, and that'll do it. Hamilton Cardinals take it 10-5.
Cardinals getting the job done here. 10 runs on 8 hits. They committed 1 error. The Kitchener Panthers 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Whereas, as Jarrett just mentioned, the Cardinals improving to 9-6 or 8-6 on the season now, or 9-6 on the season. 1 game ahead of the Panthers in the standings for that 4th spot in the IBL. Of course, the 4th spot gets that last home game in the first round here, which is huge, especially when a product like this. You don't have to go to a Christie Pitts or something like that. You don't have to go to a Jack Couch Park with not a lot of play. There's not short porches here. They definitely want the extra home game. And for Jarrett Matthews and myself and all the staff at Cable 14, it's been our pleasure to bring you this ball game. Happy Father's Day again to all the dads out there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Leo Sriwastawa. For Jarrett Matthews, have yourselves a great Sunday afternoon.
Thank you very much. It's a great team win today, and we'll see you guys next week. We'll be back here Friday night for some Friday night baseball with Neil, and yeah, we'll see you then. And until then, thanks for watching, and it's been great here on Cable 14 live Hamilton Cardinals baseball. Thank you very much.
Way to go, Tyler!
How are you going to celebrate?
I don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to take a nap or something. I'm pretty tired, to be honest.
Well, he deserves that. He played great. Give it up for Tyler Duncan, everybody.